I need a recap.
Not everybody jump at once.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I am missing Jacob in here. Gotcha, tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I need Cosmina to give me a recap.
I've done recap the past 2 times.
Oh, you have. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Dante.
Okay. So, last session, we arrived in Bogbaldir. In the midst of a festival called... Why is it not in my notes? It's like the
Ember Gala.
The Ember Gala. Okay. I knew it was something to do with, like, fire. And then, like, a ball.
Yeah.
It is a 5-day-long event where different activities occur, and it's a huge cultural thing in Bogbaldir. We didn't necessarily arrive to take part in the festival, but we are nonetheless, as well as having Dante receive his sainthood. We arrive and find that there are several other people that we are very familiar with from the previous loop here as well. In attendance is Momo, Nathaniel, and Matoa.
And
Actually, no,
Delva.
we weren't familiar with Matoa, were we?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. We also have Lonut. He is here as well. Among several others. We all splinter off into different groups to do different things. Dante, Cosmina, and I believe Panril all were witness to a speech from
No, not Panro. Panro wasn't with us. He stayed with Lewin.
Yeah.
Then who was our third? We had a
Toda.
third. It was Toda? I thought we had a third PC with us.
No, it was you, me, Toda, and Charles.
Okay. We were all witness to a speech given by a high-ranking official. His position is, I believe, treasurer, named Yoshiro. And it's very empowering and very, very nice. Everyone in attendance claps. And we find out that he is sort of the leader of affairs when it comes to planning quite a few things in this city, especially now during the festival, as apparently a lot of the officials are absent for whatever reason. As
Although
far as
we as the party don't know that yet.
that is true, I mean, we did get the meanwhile posted. And actually, wait, I'm pretty sure Yoshiro...
We will be covering Yoshiro did mention it. We'll cover the meanwhile here in a minute.
Yeah, he mentioned it to Dante that the officials...
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. My bad.
The officials were largely absent, and he was the one kind of helming things at the moment. Loft is here.
Why am I listening to you, got a friend?
She didn't have anything to offer us except for some kind of useless rumors.
That weren't rumors? They were just information we could have read about in a paper?
Rumors that we could have just experienced ourselves because they were about the festival, pretty much. And then, towards the end of the night, we all found ourselves at an inn, only to find out that Ivy, in the past, was employed here, and no call, no showed. And
Like
the
our
innkeeper
Hi.
was livid and said, "You're gonna pay your dues because you had a room that you didn't sleep in." And so he did. And what ensued was a series of very unfortunate interactions with several NPCs. And that is about where we stand at the moment.
Alright. With that,
We did.
We make
Um,
it. We make it.
we also paid a visit to college while we were down,
stop.
We make it.
We'll stop.
We make
and met with a professor who happened to be quite knowledgeable about the Valarum artifact and such.
We make it.
Lewin had a meeting with him and a couple others, and there was an exchange of information. I don't know if anybody else has anything else to add.
Um,
2.
Toda started a lie,
Yes.
much to Dante's chagrin.
Fine, you're okay.
My favorite is Fabio.
My favorite too.
And I
That's-
love that he likes his alias. Why couldn't I be named Fabio?
I'd like to mention that's all the names Emma will ever be able to think up on the spot. She used all of her DM juices on that. She ain't thinking of any more names on the spot. That's like the meme, right?
Yeah.
DMs can't make up names.
Fucking,
That's like
fucking
fucking mean, man.
Fabio, Claude, Carrie, and Conrad.
With that, we are going to get rolling. We are now at the end of the night, and Ivy, you receive. Go sit down, please.
You threw Toda in my room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of threw people around.
I didn't realize I was alone with this man.
Yeah, Dante, you've had a very long conversation, it seemed, with Broadbag. And Ivy, you receive your meanwhile. Not the second one, but that is also if you want to get that second one. But you do get your first one while you're sitting there, with your potions. And everybody else has started returning to their rooms for the night. But you also are aware of that bit of information you were given by Mist.
Oh boy.
And after hours, Ivy gave Momo paperwork to do.
Perfect.
Yeah, Momo doesn't like me.
Is there anything anybody wants to do before we go to bed? Anything at all?
I'm thinking.
Oh, my microphone is muted. I'm soaking in ice water bath, by the way.
Yeah, before we go to sleep, I'm gonna use sending on Lona and just simply tell him, hey, we need to talk soon.
You will get a message back. I will soon enough. I currently have a lead on something I need to investigate.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be helpful if you talk to me about that.
Well, not really when I'm quite literally in the lion's den.
Where are you right now anyway?
He
So
just
we're deep under the city.
Are you looking for that vault thing?
Oh yeah, and I think I have eyes on it. Oh, I gotta go. They're walking in, and the sending's gonna end.
That's not good. That's got me a little worried. I'm glad I know about that now.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Good.
Okay. All right, we are going to end the night after a really nice meal that you all were served for free through the celebration. We will end the night. Everybody gets a long rest, and we will start day 2 of the Ember Gala. Damn, folks. We are on the Trials of Flames day. So if you guys want to start schmoovin'.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, another day.
Actually, I need to talk to them first. Knock, knock. Lewin, are you decent?
Yeah.
Great. Just gonna open the door. Well, are you going to ever get out of bed?
Soon.
Well, seeing as you don't seem so inclined at the moment, we'll simply ask you now. Where did you get this Fear Soul, the Soul Compass?
Okay, sorry. Repeat that.
Where did you get this Fear Soul, the Soul Compass?
From that professor I was talking to last night.
Charles is going to intervene. Oh, Cosmina, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Are you sure you took a pretty good fall last night?
Yes, and I'm told that you were so gracious as to catch me before I injured myself, so I'm very appreciative of that.
They're just playing with it, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, it's the first time I was like, okay, she's 21 months old and it's not very bad.
Yeah, she's fine.
I know.
I'm sorry, but what?
So, yes,
so
and I'm told that you were gracious enough to catch me before I injured myself, so I'm very appreciative of that.
Do you want me to bring you some water? Are you still feeling it this morning?
Just a bit, yes, but I think I will manage for the time being.
I'll get you some water anyway. And he's
Okay.
gonna go by.
I need a dream, Mama. I need a dream.
Go sleep, Mom.
I can't have dream, Mama.
Yeah, you can. Alright, guys. I gotta mute myself, but you guys mingle for just a second while I shut him out. But I can still hear you.
You got it from the professor, Lewin.
Yeah.
When did you get this?
When he used it on me?
He used it on you.
Yeah. I think he was trying to determine if talking to me was worth his time. I guess it was.
And you didn't think... I assume he was significantly more open to talking to you afterwards.
Correct. At the very least, hearing me out. You see, it's the only reason I believe he was so hesitant is because I'm a Lapis.
I suppose that makes sense. My concern has less to do with your status as a Lapis, though. It seems rather coincidental that he was more willing to speak with you afterwards.
That only makes sense to me.
Lewin, what? Something seems particularly distressing to you at the moment. What is going on?
Where do I begin? The most important people in my life are being held hostage by a murderer who haunts me between repeated lives, and I can't get a good night's sleep because of it. I try to do my best, but it seems regardless of what I do, I make someone angry.
This professor, what were you two talking about last night?
Wynn's going to kind of lean forward and reach into his stuff and pull out the stuff, the weird liquid he got. This stuff to either hopefully repair and maintain the Valarum sun.
The stuff that you collected from that place underwater.
That's right. I inspected this stuff, and it can either speed along the destruction of the sun or repair it. I think if we can attempt to either alter this or make more that's different, we can make it so that it will reinforce the sun.
So you opted to talk with this man, who we'd only met just yesterday, about this.
Yeah. It's his field of expertise. The one I don't trust about this is the new professor, the one he brought along. The one people call creepy.
New professor?
That's right. He's a necromancer. I would feel best if you used Jayco's soul on him. It may reveal quite a bit.
Yes, perhaps it might. Be that as it may, you opted to talk to this professor who we've only met just yesterday and did not think it all to consult the rest of us, and
It was the moment the idea came into my head, I had to act. It was far too late to ask the rest of you.
you're a man with near immeasurable capabilities in magic, and you did not have enough time for even a simple sending spell?
I didn't think of it at the time. I'd also like to mention, do you not think it would be highly suspicious if, while talking to him, I suddenly took a step back to cast Sending? A man in his position would know the signs, the incantations, he would know the spell.
Lewin, oh, dear heavens. This collective of ours only works if we're actually communicating with each other. I disagree with your sentiment that it was a good idea to speak with this man.
We know the sun is going to fail if we don't do anything. So, would you rather us do nothing and it happen
I
anyway?
never said anything of the sort, Lewin.
And I'm supposed to be the paranoid one.
Lewin, this... I understand that you are going through difficult times at the moment. Given, well, everything. But I also feel the need to remind you that you are not the only person going through it. The rest of us are in this in as much as you are, for better or worse. And as such, you've been particularly onerous of late. Initiating arguments with members of the party, and then further instigating it in your distress. You say that it feels like no matter what you do, somebody is going to be upset with you. But whenever you are initiating things without any discussion with the rest of us about it at all, adjusting plans to be things on the fly is another matter entirely. But opting to have discussions with people who, as I said, and will continue to insist upon, that we've only just met, without asking or discussing with the party whatsoever about your intentions, well, I must admit that one would find it somewhat difficult to not become angry with you over such a thing.
Good morning, Rico.
Ah, Phil.
Yippee. Moon's not gonna
Alright.
say anything. He's just going to put his eye patch on.
Alright, the people that are sitting at the table, are you guys actually here?
Yes.
Alright, so as Rico is gonna fade in. Huh. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, Rico, I assume.
Yes.
How goes the mental battle?
You know, swapping one couch job for another. Mist, made me aware of something. Appears as if Nate isn't long for this world.
When you say Nate, do you mean Nathaniel?
Yes, the one traveling with Momo.
Do you know when? How?
Mist stated that it was outside of my control. And that I could not get there in time. So last night, I assume he's dead already.
Give me a second, Sly. You are misremembering what she said.
Oh.
Oh, this is temporary.
Oh, yes. Yes. Ah. The one everybody calls Lonut.
Donut.
You see, now I have a fucking issue. I was like, oh, Nate's dead? Fuck yeah.
No. Okay. Alright. Yeah, sorry. Misremembering. Nate is going to lose his mind. Daniel is dead.
While it may be out of our control to stop the event from happening, it is still within our power to investigate. Did Mist give you any useful information?
Nope. Scan through my notes again just to be sure. Okay. So... I guess it's kind of unclear what Mist meant. So... Somebody in Bogbordir is in bed with the Watcher. And... yeah.
It's Motawa. He's still a warlock. It's Motawa.
You're not here.
I know. I was an out of character. We should know this.
Hey,
Yes,
Emma, am
he's
I
in
getting this
in
correct?
character,
Like,
so-
I'm sorry. What are you asking?
Okay. Just asking for clarification here.
on.
Is it Daniel or Nathaniel that,
For what?
was making a deal with the Watcher?
She never said either one of them was making a deal with her, did she?
No, but you said someone in Bogbordir.
Is.
So...
Someone is.
That could be literally anybody.
Yep. Okay. Alright, well, I got nothing.
No, 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 no. No,
You too.
no.
Perhaps I should open dialogue with her myself. And then I'm gonna reach into my mind, and I'm just gonna ring Mist's doorbell.
Hello, Dante.
It appears that you've left out some crucial information.
Oh, I did? Well, he wasn't asking a lot of questions. He was too busy reminiscing about his time in the, with the demon.
So you saw it fit to just not offer anything up at all.
He didn't ask many questions.
Does one have to ask if it's information so vital as this?
I'm sorry, give me.
I can hear Dante's eye clicking.
Go. You want to go to bed? Go.
Dante's over here like this bitch.
Yeah, because now
Okay,
now
I'm sorry.
the and now things are this
Yeah.
isn't right.
Well, typically you guys ask questions and I'll answer them to the best of my ability.
What exactly are you trying to achieve, Mist?
Helping you find the true soul.
Then what exactly do you call withholding relevant information?
Well, I've given out all the relevant information that is needed.
Oh, but according to you, we apparently have to ask questions to receive it first.
Well, not entirely. I did give him all the relevant information, but he was wanting more information. If he did, he should have asked.
You are aware that we can repeat events, yes?
Yeah, the looping. I believe I'm the one who told you that.
Yes. So, perhaps offering up the information of how, why, where, unless of course that's out of your scope.
What is it you're looking for, Dante?
If one of our informants is meant to die, then I would like to be able to investigate the body.
Well, his death had nothing to do with your mission, and he wasn't quite that important. He's never been important in any of the timelines.
And what exactly is the criteria for an individual being important to the mission? Because that would require that you know exactly the events that need to happen in order to achieve our goal, which case you're withholding that from us as well.
The door shuts on you, Dante.
Thank you. Thank you.
You didn't like me sassing her, apparently.
When shit, he figured me out.
I believe we have a problem.
Yeah, we fucking do.
One problem is that.
The problem is that, unfortunately, much as I hate to say it, Lewin was right. I don't think we can trust Mist anymore. I just spoke with her. I pressed her for the information, and I discovered an inconsistency. She claims our mission is to find the true soul, knowing full well that we can repeat events. She told me that this individual's death was not relevant to our mission. Do you understand what that implies?
So,
I'll elaborate for you. It means that Mist already knows exactly what we have to do. But she isn't telling us.
then
Meaning-
what are we supposed to do? Who are we supposed to trust?
Well, clearly she's just allowing us to fumble around, figure it out for ourselves, as if it's some kind of game, spectacle. After I pointed out this fact to her, she shut me out. It appears I pressed a nerve.
Hmm.
In the time we've spent, I've grown rather tired of games such as this, and, well, frankly, I don't see fit anymore to be kind about it. It doesn't matter if the events can be repeated and done again and again, it's still a life. Lives.
You'd be
What
right.
kind of greater power would use it just for this? Truly, what a waste. I should inform the others.
Perhaps that is best. Because I'm not remembering a whole lot, unfortunately.
Rico, what was the last thing that she did before she left? In your brain.
She went to go clean the vault.
But where did she go?
Kendrick's room.
Uh-huh.
Don't tell me that Mist is working with Kendrick this entire fucking time.
I mean, it would stand to reason. They are kind of stuck together.
Yeah.
Charles is holding cups of waters for Cosmina
I mean,
and Lewin to chug. He's got more than one cup.
Doesn't say
Footsteps.
Cosmina had already accepted hers.
What's up, Dante?
I was gonna say footsteps will approach from behind you, Cosmina. Am I interrupting something?
No? Do you want some water?
I'm alright, thank you, Charles. I've stumbled across something deeply concerning.
Luden's drinking his water and looks over to Dante. I don't think I ever want to hear that coming from you. What happened?
Perhaps it's best to gather with the rest and go somewhere more appropriate.
I don't have a lot of free time this morning.
Do you have approximately 10 minutes?
I can take 10 minutes.
Then that should suffice.
What do you mean you don't have time this morning?
I have to go working on making that liquid, like I mentioned.
Keep in mind, Kazumina wasn't awake for that conversation. She was still unconscious.
Alright.
Hey, you don't have hangover because that's a restaurant.
And Dante's just going to step away.
Boing. Right, where do you guys want to move?
Real quick. Luden's gonna look to Kazumina. Are you gonna keep me trapped in my room and berate me for being anxious and scared, or can we go?
Lune, my intent is not to berate you for being anxious and scared. My intent was to hopefully to clarify to you some of the issues that we've been having with your behavior.
I'm trying, Kazumina. I really am.
Yes, and I understand that, Lewin, but attempting to further instigate arguments with people, specifically people within our group, our party here, just is entirely unacceptable. Yes, we all get frustrated with each other, but we are not your enemy, Lewin. You asked us last loop to check you. Correct?
Yeah.
Consider this me checking you. Further instigating fights, we will have issues. And she's going to step out of the way.
My screen does not zoom out far enough.
Big yawns. Oh, we're gathering at a table, I see. As Toda starts walking down.
Oh, it would seem.
That they are you guys are gathering at a table. That is what Toda is saying.
Yeah,
Would you
for
like to
once I
join
don't know
us?
what's going on. But I've got a bad feeling about it.
Lewin, this is about the grander implications of what we're doing, do you wish Toda to be present?
Does everyone else? What does everyone else think? That's not a decision I should solely make.
Well, I'd like to be involved. What?
The reason I ask Toda is because this particular detail doesn't inherently involve you, and given the state of things, the less you know might protect you in the long run.
Ooh.
What is this about, Dante?
It's about Mist.
Oh. And he's gonna look at Toda. I do think you'd be safer not knowing this.
Charles just look at everybody. Do I need to know this?
It might be best if you step away for a few minutes as well, Charles.
Okay, he's gonna shimmy himself out between the chairs and right in the other chair. I'll put him at a table.
All right. Lewin, you unfortunately were correct. I don't believe Mist is a figure that can be trusted anymore.
There's
And
this.
I will explain why.
There's this quiet, almost hysterical laugh that comes from Lewin.
Ivy, or rather, Rico, was explaining some information that was given to him by Mist. One that details the events of the collapse of Nathaniel's mind and Daniel Lonut's death.
And then the laughing stops.
As far as I've been explained, Daniel has already passed.
I can find out if that's true in a moment.
In a moment, yes. But Rico was having some trouble recalling information and getting answers, so I decided to ask Mist myself. She was very how should I say, unwilling to cooperate, being pedantic. And so I finally pressed her what exactly she's trying to achieve, and she told me, helping us find the true soul. This much we know, yes?
Yeah.
But I asked her, how is this information of Daniel's death not important? And she told me that it was not relevant to our mission.
Which would imply she knows what needs to be done.
Exactly. Information which she is withholding from us actively. When I called her out, she shut me out of her mind.
Of course.
This brings up a secondary issue that has crossed my mind. Mist is one of, if not the driving force behind us being able to congregate once more after we loop. After all, her carriage is Destination Zero.
Correct.
If we, as a group, have wizened to some grander scheme that she is a part of, I do not know if this guarantees that should we require to loop again, that we will meet again in this fashion.
I think This is likely not the first time we've thought this.
Maybe not. And if that is the case, then this presents a particular point in our favor. This means that even though in different timelines we have figured out what's going on, but still managed to regroup, it means that to some degree she still needs us. We can take advantage of this fact.
Correct.
Mm. There is no guarantee, of course, given nothing is ever guaranteed. But now we need to play our cards very differently.
It's like I've mentioned before, my goal is not Mist's goal. It's to stop the loops and stop the world being destroyed. If that means we have to find the true soul, we have to find the true soul. But my goal remains unchanged. It has never been to assist with the whims of Mist and find this true soul and wait and see what happens next. It's been to get information to stop the end of the world and to stop the loops.
Do any of the rest of you have opinions, thoughts, perhaps additional information to add?
It's not only can we not trust Mist, there's others that we can't trust as well.
That is always true, however.
Allow me
That
to
particular fact hasn't changed.
Well, Mist was quick to point out that with Daniel out of the picture, my chances of survival go up.
allow me to do something. And Loon's gonna cast sending to Lennet.
Nothing comes through.
Oh man. That only happens if they're dead or on another plane. And Loon's eyes widen and he's gonna just kind of slowly look to Dante. He's gone.
Well, the information I was originally trying to get from Mist was, at the very least, the location of the body so we could examine it.
It's in the vault.
You know this for a fact?
That's where he was last night. We'd arranged to talk when he was done. And he's...
What do we know about the vault?
We know that it's under the city somewhere. In the mountain or whatever.
Is that all?
That's all I
Yes.
know about it.
How much are you willing to bet that members of the city council are aware of the vault as well?
More than likely. I would be unsurprised if they did. Or I would be
This-
surprised if they didn't.
The treasurer that gave a speech yesterday, Yoshiro. When I spoke to him, he claimed that he was helming the majority of things, as many of the officials were absent from the festival.
That doesn't rub you the wrong way, does it? Because it rubs me the wrong way.
I didn't think much of it at the time, but now things are different.
You don't think it's him, do you?
It could be him, it could be someone he's working for. That doesn't exactly matter. What matters is that he is a place to start.
I agree.
Hey Emma, clarifying question.
Yeah.
Is it actually my Fear Soul that's giving me the meanwhiles, or is it Mist?
It is your fierce soul.
Okay.
That would be a crazy twist if it was actually me.
That would be
Like-
awful.
That
I
would be
feel so
diabolical.
bad for you. Oh my god.
Yeah, that means I didn't have a Fear Soul in the first place.
That would
No,
be
it's
fucking-
definitely your fierce soul because Cosmina can use it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like top 10 anime betrayals. Holy
Mhm.
shit.
That would be awful, dude. Okay,
so our
I
present issue
heard the
is
Fuyu
still this
officials-
cult. Yes.
Correct. The
I
Fuyu
see.
officials were here on church business, trying to find the cult member, and Lonut's suspicion was this Yashiro. He said everything he found was too clean, and he mentioned that all the houses of all the other officials were vacant, empty. Which is unnerving. It seems the political sphere here has become a ghost town. And that doesn't sit right.
I think the implication is crystal clear.
I agree.
Within the coming weeks, likely, members of the cult, underlings perhaps, will be installed here.
And we believe Yashiro's the plan.
I believe at the very least that he's the catalyst.
More than likely.
Vacancies don't just occur. Are we operating under the assumption that these people are dead?
They're either
Or-
dead or being held. Potentially in the vault.
Meaning they have the ability to collect and hold these people somewhere.
They... You don't think that they've been lied to about the end of the world and they're hiding in the vault, when in reality it's going to be their tomb?
I doubt it. We are unaware of the nature of this vault, how big it is, how secure it is. You said the houses were vacant. I don't believe even nobles would take the time out of their day to vanish all of their belongings and move them into some underground vault unnoticed. These things, these bodies, don't just move without being noticed.
I'd like maybe some of us to follow up on those houses, see if maybe there's something he overlooked. Or at the very least, you know, investigate some of them.
Dante is gonna look up and he's gonna look over at Toda and wave her over.
Oda is going to get up. Yes, Claude.
Is there an openly available registrar of the addresses of all officials that currently live and reside in Bogboldir?
I may not have anything of the sorts, but my brother might. If anything, there might be something in the city. The building
Hold
here.
on. I'm sure I can get that for you. And Loon is going to write a letter to his his secretary. It's like, hey, I need the addresses of the officials and what's this fucking place called?
You need to dox the Bogboldir government for me?
Yeah, can you dox the blog with your their government for you? Can you just grab that file?
Your secretary will proceed to work with what they can and get you everything that they can.
Okay, cool. And once I get those papers, I'm gonna poke them, and there we go.
Wow, make me feel useless, huh?
I'm sorry. I work for the information branch, remember? I run the place.
She's gonna walk back over to the fucking table. And then her mailbox pings. And she stops and takes a minute and checks her mailbox and reads it over and looks back at the others.
Mm-hmm.
I just got an invitation to go meet the treasurer here.
When? What time?
He said at my earliest convenience.
That's a trap.
If you are going, I'm going with you, and we're going to be on alert the entire time.
Lewin, your mailbox gets a ping.
I'm going to open it.
Eltrix is asking, where are you?
Fuck you! I'll be there in a minute! God! I'm gonna write him back, like, give me 10 minutes, something came up. We'll have to go tonight, or when I'm done with my current obligations.
Is there something going on that with the alert?
Considering you received an invitation, I suppose this portion of things does pertain to you. We have... And he's gonna kind of dart his eyes over to the other people that are here.
They're not here. They're eating nom 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 nom.
Okay. We have reason to suspect that the very treasure that you're going to meet is, well, the subject of a conspiracy.
Ew.
All the officials in Bogboldir have vanished. Only he remains. And an informant of ours, of sorts, has gone radio silent.
Lonet's dead.
What?
He's dead.
How? What?
Remember the rumor about the vault? He was sneaking into it last night. He's not responding to sending, which means he's dead.
I will continue to remain optimistic that, at the very least, he's incapacitated.
I hope you're right. But I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Huh. Well, I can tell him tonight I'll meet him, if that works for everybody else.
That works for me, and we will go with you. We'll continue the facade of bodyguards, and I'll go with you just as your +1.
Anybody have anything they want to know?
Yes. I would like to take this moment. And I'm going to activate Street Smarts.
Okay.
Ping that for you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to activate Soul Compass.
Okay.
Roll that damage. Let's see if you get insta KO'd.
How many is it now? 4?
It's 4, yeah.
It's a damn shame.
Yippee.
I have to do it one more time. Ow.
Oh, Rowie, my bone.
Let's see. Math is hard.
28.
Okay. So, what are you looking for?
I am looking for members of the Cult of the Watcher.
As your strings come from your fingers, one is in fact connected to Ivy, and others lead out the door.
Okay. Dante, what are your plans for the day?
Well, to some degree, I will have to hover around Toda, but we should take at least some time to investigate some of these addresses, look for things.
Alright, then we can go ahead and do that. Cosmine is just gonna start walking out the door, looking distracted.
Gonna
Cosmina.
look over to Charles. Please go with her.
Right. Cosmina, as you are stepping out, your strings are spreading out like a web across this city.
Oh, fuck.
Do they go beyond the city, or can she not?
Yeah,
know?
some of them, she can't really tell because the city's quite big. They could be in the city, they could be out of the city, but there are a lot of strings. Some brighter, some dimmer.
So what you're telling me is we need to get this woman the high ground, so she can determine how many there are here.
I mean, where do you think she's going?
High ground.
Okay. So, we have a multitude of things to do today. There is the combat stuff, but I'm assuming we don't want to do that now.
No.
Okay.
What
And-
combat?
problem.
I
I
don't
was
know
kinda
how
looking
we would.
forward to
Oh, today's the arena day, isn't it? I couldn't
Yeah.
give two fucks about the arena.
We'll see, because this is the problem with the lot of you trying to fucking give us festivals and shit.
Literally, you go to give us festivals, and then you're like, but what if?
Well,
But what
okay,
if, like...
to be fair to Emma, this wouldn't have happened if my brain didn't suddenly go, wait a fucking minute, why are you withholding this information from us? Why do we have to ask? That's bullshit. Are you helping us or not?
Yeah, literally.
So, on the agenda, what do you guys want to do? Oh, I should also mention there is a string pointing to Panroll. I forgot.
I'm fucking sorry. That one was important. You did that on purpose.
No, I actually forgot.
Seems dramatically important.
I thought we all knew this already.
Yeah, no.
No, you're in the cult of the Dreamer, not the Watcher.
It's all the
It's the same thing. Yes, it is.
Is it?
This
And
is
you're
when we're,
you're in denial if you keep thinking it's not.
we're eventually gonna find out that they're all the same entity, just different
Yeah.
parts of it.
That would include Mist, and if that's the case, we've got a fucking major problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also a major problem in that all of these like entities have different groups.
And they're
But
all
they're all- but they're all-
incredibly powerful and
No.
unkillable.
No, hold on. Let me finish. They're all connected. These big entities, but they have different groups and they're working against each other for fun. Like
Literally,
That's-
there's
that's
no
what
other
this is.
reason. Literally.
this is just a game. This is a fucking game. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're playing
is.
Risk.
I mean, to be fair, this is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but like
I know.
a
I know.
little,
I'm-
a little
I'm
smaller in
making
scope.
jokes.
Oh man, this is like really funny for Lewin because this is like its paranoia was right.
At least in this respect.
Yeah.
Now, if only you could be more paranoid about other things that mattered.
Yeah. The party's been trying to beat the paranoia out of him, so. Time to just
Christ.
get more paranoid again because he was right about this.
No, Cosvina is going to stop for a moment and just stare down Panroll.
Just fucking hold on.
Yeah.
She's walking out the door, and then all of a sudden, fucking, where's the? There it is.
The stone grinding noise. Yeah.
Loon's gonna look at Panril and then to Cosmina and like wait for her to nod.
No, that means kill him.
We do this.
No,
all
it doesn't.
Okay.
the
Well, what is it you guys are wanting to do this morning?
time. You can always use Invader on me. Might get info.
Ha! That's funny.
I don't want to use Invader
That
on
sounds
you.
like a fucking invitation for me to lose my damn mind, sir.
It also sounds like an invitation for you to use your last soul usage for the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would much rather save that in case of anything, really.
I think our plan needs to be to keep up appearances as much as possible until it's action time.
Okay. So,
Monday. Do you have the money to buy a Ring of Mind Shielding? It'll keep mist out of your head.
What are they, like 800?
They're pretty cheap. They're an uncommon.
Give me a price tag.
I want to say like 500 to that to like 2,500 is their like price range.
1500 sounds correct.
That's
You know
fucking
what that
crazy.
ring-
Hold
I
on,
just
pull
know
it.
that a lot of people value it higher because it's a really
do I
strong
have it-
magic item, but it's rarity
I'm looking, I'm
is
looking.
just uncommon.
oh, let me see if I have it in my fucking
You do.
Okay, how much is it on there?
It's 16,000.
Because I saw some of them were at like 30,000 on the internet. I'm
Well,
like,
hold
"Ugh."
on. You have a whole item list for this.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
so-
That's
Yeah,
from
that's what
me.
I'm
I
saying.
didn't
I'm
come
looking
yet.
at it. I'm saying it's 16,000 on here.
Oh.
I was like, because I saw somebody like charging 30,000, and I'm like, ugh.
I was gonna say, it sounded like you were looking at Sane's ammo, and I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
are we
Sane's-
supposed to look at your item list?
Sane's is priced at 16,000, and I priced it
Okay.
on there.
Let's see. So that's Dante. Lewin already has one.
Yeah.
Hasmina. Charles isn't connected to Mist.
I don't even need the ring, like, I'm protected from Mist.
Farinata. Ivy, do you need one?
I don't think it would matter.
No.
Oh, right. You are connected to her, unfortunately.
She's in his soul.
And Panrel's probably not going to accept one anyway.
You know
I
what?
don't need it.
Hold on. I have... You know, considering my newfound ability, I want to lock eyes with Rico and use my soul.
Yeah, you see a soul there.
I mean, his mortal soul. How different is it?
Well, you see an imbalance or a balancing of innocence and, well, corruption.
Okay. Yin and
You-
yang
you
type
see-
beat.
Yes.
Anything to do with mist I can see doing this?
You see
Considering...
enshrouding, perhaps, is a pink haze.
Okay. Huh. That's not great. Loon's gonna stop doing that and look at him and just kind of go, man.
You do notice it is partially open, by the way, to you.
Of course, everyone in the parties is. I would never do that though. I don't care what she's saying. I'm not doing it.
Okay, okay. So, you guys have a morning of things to do. I just need to know what you guys are doing. In the afternoon is the culinary competition, and I don't even think you guys want to do that now, so...
I mean,
Uh,
I would like to.
I would love to do the funny competitions. We just have significantly more important things at hand.
So I do know you guys want to go check out public officials' houses. Asmina needs to go up above a city, I'm assuming, to go look out and see who's all connected. And what else?
I need to...
Oh, right. You gotta go to the school.
Yeah, I gotta go to the school and work on synthesizing.
Okay.
I'll go
What
with
up,
Lewin.
gang?
What?
I said I'll go with Lewin.
I
Since I was there.
Panroll.
You guys gonna leave Dante and Toda to go check out people's homes? Officials' homes?
Or should I go with Dante?
I mean,
Go.
somebody has to
I'm
buddy
curious.
Lewin and Toda
Well,
because
no,
they're the ones that got flagged. I'm pretty sure looking at those files triggered something, and then they got invited.
Well, no, I didn't get invited. That was the letter I got
Oh,
was like,
well.
hey, you're supposed to meet me this morning. Where are you?
Still, I think we should be safe and at least buddy system those two.
I probably should have someone on me. But like, fuck, dude. I don't want Pandora.
Ivy, what do you wanna do?
Like Pandora.
Good fucking question, man.
Well, Rico, what does Rico want to do?
Well,
Rico probably wants to go back to bed.
Rico wants to like smoke his pipe under a tree, read a book.
I mean, yeah, that's what he wants to do, but also he wants to be the most helpful. So, I think going with... Do you think going with Dante would be a good idea?
Yeah,
Alright.
I
Panrel
think
and
that's a good idea
Lewin.
too. It's gonna be that meme. Why is it always you two?
In the meantime, Emma, I am going to spend 48k
Mhm.
and buy 3 rings of mind shielding.
Got it. Alright, so we are going.
Wait, Hanrel's gonna be safe from his deity with that.
No, because the ring isn't for him. He already said he didn't want it.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
It's for
Yeah, no,
Farinata.
Mist
Oh,
isn't gonna
okay.
get in my brain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mist
God.
isn't getting in mine either.
You
I don't
guys
even mean
here.
it. It's to protect me from the thing that's protecting my brain.
Then I'm gonna go over to the college and I'm gonna drop Panroll over here. And we are gonna start doing split ups, and I'm going to probably start with Ivy and Dante first.
Ivy, Dante, and Toda.
We got second. Panroll. Alright. Boink. You guys here. Okay, so you have been given a list of addresses and names to look at. The first name to come up is that of the military and security of General Harka Vollant.
Where are
Alright.
you guys on this map?
And as you go down the streets and you look for their home, as you continue on, their home is above ground. And then you come to the door of General Volant's house. It seems well maintained on the outside. Everything is locked and shut. But there is a large door.
Well, Dante is just gonna go over. He's going to knock first.
You knock. The door opens, and out steps a dwarf. How can I help you?
Oh my god.
Hi, is this the residence of... And he's going to read the name.
Speaking, is there something going on at the embassy?
Oh no, nothing's going on. I was simply coming because I was told that you were not in town and I was just coming to confirm.
Oh, goodness. Come with me. And she seems rather short as she walks into the foyer, having the door open. Oh, what is your
Dante.
names?
My name is Claude. And he just looks visibly disgruntled.
And she looks at
Disgruntled by
Ivy.
his own.
She
Ivy,
looks at
that's your
Ivy.
cue. Ivy, that's your cue.
Ivy's
Ivy.
dead.
He's dead.
Plastic.
This is one of my companions, Rico.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hello? Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Hi, Rico.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, I'm sorry. What did you need from me?
Nothing in particular. We were just coming to confirm that you were in fact in town for the festival. I see we have a laundry list of things to do here, and, well, I was told that there were a number of figures who were absent for the festival, and, well,
Well, truth be told, I'm just taking a little bit of a few days off. I do work. I am one of the head generals here, but I'm taking some time off for the festival.
oh, that's
And
wonderful.
as you guys are entering into the foyer, rich mahogany floors are around the place, and the walls are very well decorated with many portraits of different individuals. And you see a human-like armor stand, standing in the corner there, along with a lot of other tapestries and plants. Well, I'm doing all right. Did one of my neighbors ask for a wellness check?
Perhaps. Um, Truth be told as well, I am visiting on official business. I was given an invitation to be granted sainthood, and, well, even with so many people around, it's been quite difficult to find the correct person to speak to.
Oh, I believe Yoshiro is handling that.
Ah, I see.
Hey,
I've been looking in the wrong place this whole time.
hey Emma.
Yes.
Can I do a
Yes,
general perception check to see if there's like anything off about the surroundings?
Sure.
Specifically in this place?
Okay.
Man. That'd be a 12.
You get the same description that I had just given you.
Fair enough. Oh well.
Jason.
Well,
yes.
the dwarf smiles. I see. Well, I'm sorry I'm no help here.
Oh, that's
But-
quite alright. I apologize for bothering you in the midst of your vacation.
Would you like me to, send a letter to Yoshiro?
Oh, no, that won't be necessary.
Okay. And they waddle over to the door. And she holds it open with a smile.
Thank you very much for your time, and have a blessed day.
Rico's gonna
And-
go ahead and follow Dante out if you were to leave.
Toda will as well. The door shuts. And Toda looks at the door. Nothing was weird with that.
Rico shakes his head. No, I couldn't see anything weird about it. Place looked
Didn't
normal.
seem to be.
She kind of shrugs.
Although perhaps the head of overall security in the city wasn't the greatest metric of proving our point. If leadership of the guard vanishes, then it will be more than us raising questions.
Yeah.
Perhaps we English.
You're right there.
Perhaps we should search lower on the list. Somebody that perhaps has a more middle position within the government.
Right. And as you look upon the list, there is Guildmaster Reyna Colvin. Cloven.
Which guild?
Merchant Guild.
Uh-huh. That just sounds like a good place to check.
And as you guys continue, you find yourself towards Embassy Square. And as you enter through, it seems rather a bit sparse for a Merchant's Guild. And continuing on through the alleys, you get to their house. And it is quite quaint.
Hmm.
There is a little fenced-in front area, front yard, but free to go up and knock on the door.
Dante will do just that.
Okay. As you do, a human answers the door. Hello?
Hello, yes. Are you the owner of this residence?
I am, in fact. Would you like is there anything I can help you with?
Well, I was just making the rounds, doing some visits to some individuals, and I couldn't help but notice that Embassy Square seems rather quiet.
Yes, most people are either in the Undercity or the other vast parts. It's been a quite busy day, in all honesty. We don't start getting busy here until lunch.
I see. Perhaps I'll return at a later time then.
May I ask why you're visiting my house in particular?
Oh, I just... And he's going to kind of look over his shoulder at Toda.
Toda is staring in past the door into the room.
I am simply here on behalf of... I can't speak today, holy crap. On behalf of Miss Lapis behind me. She is quite the busybody, and I'm simply accompanying her.
Man leans in and looks towards Toda. Lapis.
That is
Right.
correct, yes.
Well, Miss Lapis, I'm glad to see you here. If perhaps you'd like a meeting? No. It's fine. Lady Cloveth. And the man shirks up straight. My wife. Oh, I didn't know she married. Yes, we got married last spring. Oh, and she looks at Dante and AB.
Yeah, that I was about to say, wasn't it a woman's name? I wasn't there, so I couldn't say that, but there was like a woman's name on this address, and then a man opened the door.
Yeah. Oh, well. That aside, we do apologize for infringing on your time and your doorstep.
Yes, right. I'll see that my wife has a meeting with you, and he's gonna shut the door in all your faces.
It's weird.
You know,
Beyond weird. Oh, sorry.
at the last house, a dwarf answered the door, and I don't mean that type of person, but they had human armor for a general. The dwarf. Hanging up in there.
He's just gonna kind of rub his temples. My attempt to wordsmith distracted me from that detail. It appears that whatever vacancies were created were already filled.
And then,
Yeah, I don't.
what do we do?
I see no reason to investigate any further. It's highly unlikely, given our first two addresses, that we'll find an empty house at this point. More than likely, the lot of the evidence will have been scrubbed clean, and frankly, I don't have the energy in me to deal with, and he scans the page, 20 more conversations.
Dante is a big mood.
Especially ones in which I have to keep up a facade. Something that I am quite unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
Well, something just doesn't sit right with me out of all of this. you were told that they've gone missing, or not have gone missing, but it seems like they've gone missing. But they're out of work and busy with stuff, right?
That is what we're being told, yes.
I don't know.
This is annoying.
Dante's just thinking for a moment.
Dante, what are you thinking?
He's gonna scan the page once more and just comb through some of the names and the titles of these people.
There's Yoshiro, head of treasury. There is General Harko Volant, a military leader. Commander Tithe of Greyhorn. There is also the Dean Orvolis Alkindun, Guildmaster Reyna Kovith, High Priestess Velcora, a Prophet Lerez Amorel, an architect named Zarvik Toolwater, and a Minister Alawa Zuradel, Public Welfare.
And these are all the members of the Blood Deer government.
There's probably a couple more, but lesser officials are on there.
Okay.
Do you want more?
Lesser probably won't be helpful. You mentioned the High Priestess.
Mm-hmm.
When I visited the church the day before, there was no
Correct.
there was no mention or sighting of a High Priestess.
Correct.
I believe we should pay a visit to the church.
Alright.
As you enter in, there are preparations going about as they are lighting some of the fires for the morning, and a couple people are leaving after their morning prayers. But otherwise, seems pretty peaceful here.
Dante's gonna step up. I'm assuming it's the same dude.
Yes, it is.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. Did you find what you were looking for yesterday?
Yes, I did end up bumping into Mr. Yoshiro after our conversation. I came because I was curious. When I had visited before, I had seen neither hide nor hair of the High Priestess of this church.
High Priestess? She said that she had something to do in the embassy, and I haven't seen her for a minute.
I see. Given that I am to receive such a title, I wanted to have some words with her if it was possible. Do you know where in the embassy she was meant to be going?
Not a clue. I apologize.
Oh, that's quite all right.
maybe if you are interested in finding her, and his fingers tap his little podium a bit anxiously. Maybe you shouldn't.
Dante's gonna tilt his head.
His voice gets quieter. I don't know if she's coming back. I don't think she is.
He will get a little closer and kind of lean in. If there's some kind of danger, simply blink twice.
Blinks twice.
Well, I didn't receive this invitation for no good reason. And despite your warnings, I'm going to pursue. Please take care. And if you happen to find or hear something, here's my mailbox information.
He will take it and he'll look at it. If I were you, I'd follow where, the wealth starts.
I had already paid a visit to the embassy a short time ago, and it was quiet. Things are strange.
Yeah, that's where you should start.
Thank you. Sisters be with you.
Thank you. You as well.
He will bow and turn away. And he's gonna, as subtly as possible, look at some of these people that are in the pews.
No, they are just praying. They have not the slightest clue of any sort of danger that is occurring in the city right now.
Okay. Alright, Rico. Come along.
Where's Claude?
Just envision a little twitch.
Yeah.
Alright, I would like to jump over to Cosmina.
Oh,
Go
fuck.
for it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the highest point in the city.
Embassy Square is probably the highest point within the city, and as you go up, some of these strings lead within below of the oh my goodness, below Bogbaldir within the underground city, and others at different points within the city as well. You can see a wide net has been casted upon
Mm-hmm.
Bogbaldir.
Mm-hmm. Charles, a question for you.
Yes.
If you were to say, oh, I don't know. Attempt to take over a city from within, where would you start? And when?
Where would I start? I'd start with the lower class. Get cushy with them, I guess. And then make my way up.
This is out of character, sorry. Were the people at the rally yesterday particularly excited to see You sure?
Not entirely. It just kind of like, oh, you know, we kind of got to be there. It's like one of those things where people just kind of, they're not like Trump supporters or anything. It's just one of those things that, like, you know, a big official talks and he actually said something good for once and pretty motivating. All right, that's cool. Yay. They're not unimpressed, but they're not like impressed, you know.
Yeah. But that does mean automatically to me that he hasn't started with the lower class.
Correct.
Hmm. What if instead, Charles, you were to begin a little higher, but leave it in secrecy, so that the common folk is unaware that there is an issue?
Well, it could be a possibility, yeah, but you'd have to get, you know, really good credentials to get to where you need to be.
Well, and if you were a part of a larger conspiracy, getting good credentials would not be overly difficult.
Are you saying that somebody within Bogbaldier's people are, within the cult? One of the higher-ups?
Oh, almost certainly.
And, he's gonna look about. Which one? I think it could be.
Well, we have our suspicions, but I suppose until I can see him in person, we can't know for sure.
Well, what's your soul saying now?
Unfortunately, my soul presently is telling me that there is a very large and very wide net about this city. Encompassing it, essentially.
Maybe we should go speak with the others. Or we can follow each string individually.
Well, I would wager the others won't be back for some time yet. And I'm somewhat loath to sit around waiting for them. But I did fuss at Lewin this morning. And yet he seemed unbothered by it. I think for now, perhaps, why don't we... She kind of glances around the space a little more. Have they started the, like, big walk thing they were doing?
No, that's not until the last day.
Until the last day? Oh, okay. Oh, but they're having the arena thing today.
Yes, they are.
Why don't we enjoy the festivities a little?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
I
A little bit
hear
nervous
they're
about the
having-
idea.
Well, yes, of course. And that only makes sense, but it will, perhaps help us keep a little bit lower of a profile, draw a little less attention if we simply seem like your average tourist.
Maybe not. Alright. Yeah.
I hear that they're having the arena event today. At the very least, I would like to go watch it.
Alright. Like to meander your way to the arena.
Yep.
As you are walking through Embassy Square, you do notice there is a lack of here as well.
Mm-hmm.
I will be taking you over to page 2 to Beneath the City. Do you still have your strings up?
I'm not gonna let them down for a while yet.
Alright. Do you take note that they are starting to fade as you are, with Charles, and it's some time has been passing, and 2 faded strings are up at the college.
Are there any of the larger ones? Or I'm sorry, is the bigger net still here?
They've kind of like, as you went underground, it started consolidating into a, not like a rope size bit of string, but a good thick thread to your finger because you have gone inside, and there's not as many webs in here.
Not nearly as many beneath. Okay. So the majority of them are on the surface, then. Okay. Let me check my spells really fast. What's it called? Can a sorcerer get scry?
You have scry.
Well, I don't know if I can get it.
It's a 5th level spell.
Oh, but it
Yeah,
depends on the class.
check.
We can't cast those yet.
Okay, I cannot get scry.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay. How much is a 5th level enemy? Enemy. Shit, Emma.
Go look. It's an information. Did I pin it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Alright, okay. If you want to go ahead and pin it, so you guys can just always have it.
I cannot pin it. I do not have this
Oh,
ability.
fuck. Alright, give me
Yeah,
a second.
we ain't
I found
got
it.
firms.
More
It's right beneath
options.
Lona.
I found it. Pin the message. Oh yeah, pin it.
Alright,
Alright,
awesome.
got it.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend 5k and purchase a scry scroll.
Okay.
We're a little out in the open. Can I find like something that's a little more out of the way, so I don't bring as much attention to myself?
Yeah, you can go to a back alley or something.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to cast. Hold on, let me double check the specifics on this spell.
The jazz renditions of these fucking songs are killing me.
It's great. I love it.
I heard You've Got a Friend in Me, and now I'm hearing fucking not Tizanarkand, what the fuck is the song? No, that's just the Kingdom Hearts theme, never mind.
And the sort of physical connection you have to it. Okay, I did meet him. I'm gonna start by casting Sending to Lewin.
Okay.
Hello?
Lewin, are you with the professors at the moment?
Yeah.
Are you up at the college?
I would be, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
I see. I need.
I am also there.
That's true. Penril is also here, so it's really just one. Unless you're forgetting something, Emma.
There is Panroll, Licorice, Eltrix, Matoa, and
No, I
Lewin.
mean for the strings, because one of
Oh,
them
for the
is
strings.
Panril's, right?
Yeah, Panroll string is there, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't forgetting again. So there's only one threat here in the college, got it.
So Emma, if I were to cast Scry on Lewin, I can see things around him too, right? Like the people.
Correct.
You will not be able to see the strings. The scribe will not reveal you strings. Can you hear me?
Let's see. Yeah, no, I
Okay.
heard you.
Okay.
And then this evening they're going to. This evening we're planning on going to see Yoshiro. How long do you think that project of yours will take, Lewin?
I don't rightly know. We just started.
Well, about lunchtime, you'll know when that is, right? About lunchtime, ask them out for a meal or something.
I can do that. What is this about?
Let's eat something from the festivities above ground on. What is it called? Just one of the booths up there.
Okay.
And what this is about, I'm using the Fear Soul presently to search for members of the Cult of the Watcher.
I see. You don't have to elaborate further.
So let us meet about lunchtime up on the surface, because I would like to see if your new compatriots are part of it.
I'm almost certain one of them is.
I'm going to jump over to Panroll and Lewin. As you both
Before
enter.
we're here, I would like to mention there's still something I haven't done, and that's return the letter to Candy.
Okay. Alright, when you had returned the letter to Miss Candy, and she reads it, she is ecstatic and rolling on the ground, so excited. And like, because she's already read, and now she's even redder, she's just glomming all over the place.
Okay. We just
And,
never returned the letter.
You get your 5 gold.
I refuse the money.
He
Okay.
morbed all over the place.
No.
I do not want her 5 gold.
Penril and Lewin, you have entered into the college, and you have met with Eltrix and Matoa. And Eltrix looks at Lewin. Is it possible for us to run some tests with that liquid?
Like what?
Well, I want to see some physical properties, magical resonance, of the sorts.
We can run those, yes. I've done the magical resonance one. It is inherently arcane.
Well, I have some sensors of sorts that could maybe see what more it has.
I understand, but, may I speak with you in private for a moment?
Of course. As you also see Matoa, he steps into the room and he looks in a rather pleased and happy mood today.
He fucked.
I don't know, but he's just in a happy
He
mood.
had sex. He fucked. No way. No way.
Well, Eltrix will stand off to the side to speak with Lewin and Panrel.
um, it's about how you invited Mr. Lithenfield, despite me making it very clear I wanted as few people as possible working on this.
Well, Mr. Lapis, I have a gut feeling that Mr. Lithenfield will be rather valuable to my research and stuff, and I feel like I should include him.
Lewin looks a bit apprehensive. He like takes a breath to speak a few times, but doesn't um properly say anything.
I think also considering the circumstances of all, you have also invited somebody along with you, and I think it is fair that I brought somebody, although I do have a student because these are rather, what is the best way to put this? We're not using this for war, correct?
No, we're not.
Then I think the academic should also look over it.
I would like to just mention that just because something isn't being planned on being used for war doesn't mean that it can't be used for war. And I don't want people who will be using this for war to know about it. It's caution.
I'm aware you're using caution, but so am I. I don't even know exactly what this will do for us and with the sun, if it has any sort of connection with it, but we will see when I run these tests first.
I have it on good authority that the college has been breached by the individuals I mentioned yesterday.
Right.
And currently my chief suspect is Mr. Lithenfield.
He gives us a look like he's getting annoyed about all of this.
Look, you don't have to believe me, but if I find out it's true, I need you to believe me and trust me on this, okay?
Mr. Lapis, I have no incentive to necessarily trust you. I hardly know you at all. My current feelings upon you at the moment will only change if we look into this. And perhaps I might show a little bit more respect.
Alright. Let's continue then, but I just need you to understand that I mean well.
He turns away, even more annoyed than before, and he will walk to his compatriot. And Matoa is holding out a syringe, and he hands it over to Eltrix. And Eltrix once again turns to Lewin. I would like to take a sample of the substance.
I open it up and offer it to him.
He will take a bit of a sample of it, not too much, and he will walk over to a desk, and there sits a microscope, and he will put it under it. Eltrix peers into this microscope and rather inquisitively and gasps. He's like, ah! And Matoa peeks over, interested, and Eltrix steps to the side so Matoa could also look. And Matoa sits up impressed. Lewin, sir, would you like to look at this?
I would, yeah.
Panro, would you also like to look?
Absolutely.
Okay. what you notice is that when it's been placed under the microscope, it appears to contain swirling ethereal particles that are constantly shifting and moving, and the liquid almost seems alive, uh, subtly changing colors from pale blue to violet, as though it is reacting around in the environment.
I'm
Um,
going to subtly take a sneak peek with my eye that's got true sight.
mhm.
Any different?
It is also showing. It's showing much bigger changes with your true sight.
Okay.
He's then going to move over to a container, and also on the side is a little beaker of water, and he's going to drip some of it to mix it. And taking a note, the liquid refuses to mix with the water, and he also works with some other substances as well, different sorts of liquids, and it all seems to float above as if it is lighter than
Yeah.
the other things. As though it has some, as it's going up and floating, it also seems to create a space in between both the liquids.
Wait,
Like-
is this
like
liquid floating?
liquid-
Because this liquid was
Yeah.
sunken before.
Yeah,
That doesn't
yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
That makes
It is
zero fucking
floating.
sense because
You don't know
when
what's
we
going
were
on.
like 1,000 feet under the surface of the ocean, it was sunk.
You don't know what's going on.
Loon will comment on this. That is odd.
Mm.
I found it sunken under the water, not rising above.
He holds the glass up, and as you're looking at it, there's like a pocket of air between the liquid and the other and the liquid. It's a pocket of something. It might even be a void.
Could you try salt water?
Eltrix will take a moment, and he will apply salt water to add salt into the water. And as it does, there is a shift in how it moves, as if it is trying to snake its way underneath the salt water, still leaving that pocket of void.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting. Next, he is going to move over to this big old device, and he is going to take a little bit of it. And within this device seems to be a little bit of a chamber, and he's going to drip a couple of drops into the chamber. And everything just starts glowing. The crystals around this contraption begin to brightly illuminate different colors, the oranges, the purples, the blues, reds. And as it's sitting there and you guys are watching it, everything around you kind of begins to raise up into the air, and you feel your feet as well raising up into the air. And Eltrix is rising.
We're gonna look at him. Is this supposed to happen?
I don't know. This is
What do you...
amazing. And Lumen, your feet are coming off the ground as well.
I'm just gonna like stand there straight while slowly rising with my arms crossed like this is the most normal thing that has ever happened to me.
Panroll, you are also starting to float, but you're not as light-weighted because you are farther away.
Oh, here we go.
You're floating and you're in the doorway, and your head bonks up against the top of the doorway
Oh.
there.
I'll
And
kind
it
of
is what's
grab the
keeping
doorway
you
and
from.
move
Mhm.
into the room a little more.
As you get closer, you are rising up higher. And as you guys are staring at the lights and whatnot, your vision starts to feel a little bit distorted the closer you are to this thing as well. And this feeling of nausea begins to wash over everybody within the room. And Eltrix starts going in and into the chamber, and he starts trying to clean up what he can before things get too terrible. Hmm.
Well,
That's interesting.
what normally happens when you put things in there?
Well, typically, the lights, they not go off as much as this, but we tend to get a couple of different shades depending on what we're doing. I like to put in magical artifacts. That's usually what I do. I don't usually put substances in here.
Have you tested magical entities?
No. That's kind of an ethical thing.
I mean, not if they're consenting, but
It-
regardless.
It's still ethical. I have to file a lot of paperwork for that.
So, what did this tell you?
It tells me that it's very powerful. Just a second. I feel as though there is a lot to more to be revealed here, but I think perhaps if I may take a part of the sample with me to the sun to see how it reacts.
Lewin gives him this kind of look like we already talked about this.
If you don't want to, I get it, but
We need to stabilize it before I can do that, as I've already said. It is volatile and unpredictable as it is, and we need to stabilize it to ensure that if you do test it on the sun, it does not destroy it.
Hmm. Eltrix takes a moment and stands back, and Attila looks at everything, taking it a moment. Well, we could possibly try purification through transmutation.
I do
Seeing
not.
if alchemical components could possibly cause it.
I do not know if that would work. I do know an alchemist I can rely on for that.
Well, it's that or maybe some sort of catalyst to contain it.
Transmutation is definitely out of the question, but alchemy is not.
There seems to be some anti-gravitational effects occurring with this liquid, which is odd considering that you've been carrying it with you in a jar all this time. Have you noticed anything odd about yourself while carrying it?
Have I, God?
Have you? Have you been checking your body every night?
I would. The Lewin's paranoid, yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, it's weird to not make sure you don't have any weird magical shit going on when you actively eat the essence of things you kill?
I mean, you've already been doing a lot of weird shit, so...
He's just making sure he
Exactly.
doesn't have any weird
So
growth.
is any weirder than
Fine.
the usual?
No, everything's been... If it's weird, it's usual, I guess.
I said not the usual kind of weird, not what we're used to coming from this funny man.
Have you possibly at some point ingested any of this?
No.
I'll try it.
No.
No.
It looks kind of yummy.
Hmm.
Yeah, God, I'm asking you.
You're asking me what? I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
I've been talking to you this whole time.
I'm sorry. I zoned out for a minute because I'm like, I know what to do here, but I can't just spill
I'm
out the answers
asking
of
if
what this
anything
is.
weird has happened to Lewin.
Nothing weird has happened to you yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing so far. I've been fine.
Okay. Well, that being the case, I think that's all we're going to look at for now. And if you would like to come back again tomorrow, and perhaps maybe we can see if I can uncover any more. Is it okay if I take another sample?
Is the sample you have not enough?
He holds a syringe that is barely full now.
I'm gonna kind of look at it. Yes, not much though.
He will
I'll
take
take a
some more.
taste of cyan.
Okay. I will continue looking into this and perhaps seeing what I can do.
Would you and Mr. Lithenfield like to come to lunch?
No, I'm going to be busy here, working with Licorice, in the lab. So it looks like I
Well,
intend on doing lunch with somebody else today.
is that so? Wait, may I ask where you're headed to eat then?
I haven't quite decided yet, so, and I haven't quite asked them.
I see. I assume it's that Fuyu representative, yeah?
Miss Arashi?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
You seemed to have had a good time.
Well, what I have overheard, you did not, so.
No, I didn't. I was, not feeling very well that day. You caught me at my worst. Apologies.
Well, I will be seeing about possible lunch with her.
I see. Is there anything else you two need from me, or is that all?
They shake their heads. You're free to go.
Okay, let me look at my spell list real quick before I go.
Well, Matoa is gonna start walking out, and he whips out a little book. And it seems to have arcane symbols upon them as he is leaving.
I'm going to follow him and look at that book. Because I will memorize the symbols as soon as my eyes look at them.
Okay. As he is flipping through, he is looking through some spells, and you see a spell of polymorph as he runs it down him, and he looks nicer. Though he still looks like himself.
Weird. I already have polymorph. Yeah, I do.
But he is using a spell book.
Yeah. That's weird. Considering he has a 16 in persuasion, so he's a fucking warlock. You see, that's not weird for a warlock to have a spell book. That just means to me he's Pact of the Tome. I'm still going to think he's a warlock.
Okay.
That doesn't mean shit to me if he is a spell book.
Okay.
Lynn's gonna turn to Panrel. Let's reconvene with the others.
Sounds good to me.
And I'm off looking for Dante.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you
I wanna know
guys
what
back
about.
into the inn, because that is the best place to convene, because everybody's there.
Yeah.
Bada bada bing, bada bada boom. Speaking of Miss Arashi, you did get a ping in your mailbox for a dinner date.
I thought it was a lunch date.
Sorry, lunch date. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, lunch date. Lunch date with Matoa.
How am I supposed to romance your character if you keep running off with Emma? This is bullshit.
I mean, you
also
made an
think that-
attempt, and then you gave her paperwork. I don't know what you want from me.
I also think it's really funny. She's actively sabotaging herself.
What do you mean actively sabotaging herself?
No, yourself. You are actively sabotaging yourself. You, Karm, the player.
Yeah, how am I doing that, Baron, huh?
Because we're supposed to be testing if I was supposed to invite them to lunch as
Yeah, and you know
request.
what, Baron? I had no way of knowing that Emma would have him try and invite Momo for a lunch date.
Of course that would happen. It's Matoa and
Not
Matomo.
necessarily. He could have had other business, Baron.
Still, I just think it's funny. You're
Regardless,
accidentally sabotaging
It's
yourself.
your fault if you want to sit here and place blame on me for this shit.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
was
your
saying
fault
it to
for
be
not thinking.
funny.
No. Let me finish. It's your fault for not thinking, oh, it's Momo. But, Momo is somebody who entertains a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to have talked to Momo, then there's a high chance that she would have just been like, oh, sure, come on. Much to Matoa's chagrin.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are meeting back up.
Yep.
Did I get to watch the fucking thing?
Which thing? The scribe?
The arena.
Oh yeah,
You just
yeah.
kind of
There
jumped to him and left me in the dust.
Oh yeah, you guys watched the arena. It's just like if you guys are gonna participate, you guys do see a couple of people who were participating, and a lot of pretty big dudes.
Anyone
Maybe
we
I did want
know?
to participate.
No, nobody you know.
That's weird. Like, not even Corinthian?
No, Corinthian's not there. Corinthian's somewhere else.
Corinthian's busy.
Fucking wild. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was up to. I don't remember. I do remember he was busy.
Yeah,
Maybe
Corinthian's
I
doing
did
other
want to
things.
participate in the fucking arena.
Oh, you want to participate? You
you like I said, jumped. You just jumped to Karen.
Well, I mean, you were gonna scry on him, and I thought that's ultimately what you were gonna end up doing.
I was initially planning to, and then you said that I couldn't see the threads, so then at that point there's no point.
Oh, okay.
Because that was
Sorry.
the reason I was using them.
I'm sorry. Mingle, talk.
Hi. Alright, I guess I'll start it. We're gonna sit down and kind of knock on the table some and lean forward. Well, mine was a whole lot of not much. All I know is that this liquid's unstable and extremely magical. I was thinking that it would be best if um, Rico and Tota tried to find a way to stabilize it and make it less volatile, since you two know the most about alchemy and are the only people I really trust with this.
Yeah, I could do that.
Who knows? We'll try to eat it.
I think Panota said he was going to try and eat it.
Did you say that?
I mean, if you'll let me.
No, I'm not going to let you.
So you're holding the jar. Let me dip my pinky in it real quick.
No. I'm not going to let you fucking kill yourself.
We don't know that it'll kill me. Maybe it makes me stronger.
If it makes you stronger, I don't want you to get stronger. I don't want any of us to get whatever fucked up powers come from drinking this weird liquid.
And roll your ring wiggles upon your finger.
That
God
makes me
thinks I
want to
should
let you
drink
do it
it.
even less. Yeah.
I'm gonna guard this goddamn liquid with my life.
Penril
Dante.
kills Lewin.
Dante,
I
Ivy,
couldn't.
you guys are back from your investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are at the table. You're hearing this conversation. Anyway, what did you guys looking around turn up?
We visited a handful of the addresses, and strangely enough, all of the addresses were not vacant. They had residents inside them, though given a few minor details, we have reason to believe that they are not the true residents. There was a
That-
dwarf who had stands of armor that would not be fitting for a dwarf. We had one woman who we visited, and a man answered the door claiming to be her husband, though Toda apparently knows this woman and was not aware of her ever getting married.
What was her name? Allow me to do a quick follow-up with that.
You're gonna fucking ask me to conjure up a name from a list I don't even have.
Yeah, Emma, what was it? Remind him.
Alright, give me a sec. It was Miss Rain. Go back to my list. Oh god.
Mr.
Wrong
Clum,
list.
wasn't there a problem at the church too?
Raina Clovis.
Yes.
What did you call him?
Mr.
Mr.
Claude.
Claude.
Oh, okay. I heard Mr. Blonde, so I was like, what?
Mr. Blonde, it's so good to see you.
Gonna fucking drop kick you down a staircase.
Raina Cloveth. Okay. Yes.
Loon
the-
is going to. Sorry, go on.
The church. One of the names on the list was the name of the high priestess of the church that's established here. Coincidentally, I had visited the church yesterday and had seen neither hide nor hair of any high priestess. I visited again to find, of course, that she was not there, and the same individual who I spoke with yesterday was there. He had some very interesting information. He was at first reluctant to give any sort of indication about the High Priestess's location, and then, seemingly out of desperation, told me that perhaps if I'm looking for the High Priestess that I should abandon it. I pressed, and he alerted me to the fact that there is an active danger occurring. She went to the embassy and has not been back since. He didn't know where she was going exactly or who she was meeting, but she disappeared there.
That's as good of place as any to investigate.
I believe, given the information that the other addresses gave me, many of the officials allegedly do their work underground in the mornings and convene in the embassy around noon.
Well, it's almost noon now, is it not?
Yes.
I see. And allow me to check something for us. I'm gonna write to my secretary asking if we have anything on record, official or otherwise, about marriage of this Rena Cloveth.
Give me just a second. So there is nothing about the Guildmaster Raina Cloveth. However, you do know that she is a dwarf heading the Merchants Guild. She is a very influential figure in the trade and has strong ties to various crafting and mining industries.
And if that's the
She
case, it'd be weird if we
has
didn't hear about a
been,
marriage.
she has been, in the past, fiercely opposing Yoshiro's economic.
I see. Loon's gonna kind of nod as he reads this letter over. Well, Rena Cloveth, we would definitely know if she got married. She's very influential in trade, very important. And what's more is, well, she actively opposed the way Yoshiro did things.
I see where this is headed. Could you cross-reference this list of names with any outward denouncing of Yoshiro's policies?
Yes, I can, and I will do that, God.
Alright. So, there was the General Harka Valet that was met. They are a seasoned human military leader with a history of defending the city and known for her strict but fair approach. She maintains order and enforces law within Bog Voldaire. She distrusts Yoshiro's growing influence. Another one on there, yeah. Yeah.
Loon was just gonna say that general was a human and opposed to Yoshiro.
Tithe Phaelorn has nothing about Yoshiro. The dean of the college has nothing about Yoshiro. Reina did. The high priestess didn't have anything necessarily on Yoshiro. She was a moon elf devoted to the goddess of fear, and she provided spiritual guidance to people and oversee the city's various temples, focusing on unity amidst a growing unrest.
Well, then, yeah, that's enough reason to get rid of her. Is that that's more than enough of a reason.
And they were the only ones who did not seem to have. Some of the others don't really have anything else to do with Yoshiro.
And Loon's gonna just kind of relay that to everyone. It would be wise to maybe check one of the few that didn't have anything to do with Yoshiro, and just kind of as a control, you know?
I believe the evidence stands on its own. They were either in direct opposition or standing just enough in the way that he had to get rid of them.
So, should we investigate the embassy then?
Yes. I also believe that the entrance to this vault lies somewhere in the embassy.
I believe that is where we will begin to discover it. I agree with you. It might be wise to... I'm not sure how we're supposed to go through there, because I want to retrieve Lonet's body wherever it is. But I do not know if it would be wise to do such a thing.
Cosmina.
Yes,
She's
Sanjay?
not here, is she?
I thought everybody was convening here.
Or was
Yeah.
under the impression everybody was there?
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody is. Yeah.
She just didn't move her token over, so I didn't know.
Okay.
I mean, Emma was the one moving tokens, so I thought she moved me over.
But no, I just bumped us back over.
Yeah.
I understand that you have acquired an ability to find things.
Of the sword, yes.
Should we prove unsuccessful in finding the location of this vault, would you have any sort of way of assisting us in that endeavor?
I would wager that as long as nothing too particularly distracting comes up, I should be able to utilize this new ability to do so.
All right.
Very good.
Wouldn't you all mind, before we set off, that I give something a try?
What is it?
Well, I have the ability to use my own Fear Soul. Well, what happens since I'm fused with an archaic spirit? I try to use hers.
I don't
Her
know if she...
equivalent
I mean...
should be along the same process, yes?
You are intrinsically connected to her.
Mm-hmm.
I took a peek at your immortal soul earlier. It's more like how do I say this? More like your soul is in a grip rather than coexisting is what I saw.
Well, I would still like to give it a try.
Oh, I'm not saying don't, I'm just saying be careful.
Because if she's manipulating us to further her goals, why can't we borrow some of her power to further our own?
Can she hear you right now?
I don't care if she does.
Oh well.
Well, before we do set off anywhere or conduct any overly potentially dangerous experiments, Charles and I wandered about the town for a bit to see what we could find.
Okay.
Well, let's just say that the outlook is perhaps significantly more grim than we initially anticipated.
Should I tell Elias to tell the church that Bog Buldir is infested? It would take the problem off of our plate, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I admit to a bit of suspicion.
Regarding what?
The fact that you very abruptly seem so... Oh, what is the term here? Ready to use the resources of the church?
I'm trying to make things easier for us. That's why I asked. We don't have to do it if not everyone's comfortable with it.
Well, I never said anything about comfort, Lewin. I'm asking because on the trip here, you were particularly adamant about not trusting the church in any capacity.
I don't trust them, but the one thing I do trust them about is that they don't necessarily like this cult of the Watcher. Considering that is why Nathaniel is even here. Talking about it in private, I trusted what I heard, and that's that they were looking for individuals in the cult of the Watcher.
Speaking of the Fuyu delegates, I assume you saw... No, wait. That's the wrong delegate. My apologies. Have either of you seen them at all today?
Did I see them on the way to the inn or to the
No, nobody's seen them today.
No, I haven't.
Because I can understand that perhaps Lonut simply perhaps he was simply alone, but I would find it rather concerning if the two of them were not looking for him.
They likely are. I am very confident Nathaniel is.
What information Miss did give, she stated that Nathaniel was a part of it.
I'm going to cast Sending to him.
Nathaniel.
Yes, to Nathaniel.
Okay. What do you say?
He knows it's me because that's how Sending works.
Mhm.
Does it connect?
It does.
Okay, cool. Excuse me, Nathaniel.
Yes, Mr. Lapis.
Have you been able to get in touch with Lona today?
No, I haven't.
I spoke with him briefly just last night before going to bed. He was at the vault about to go in. And
At the vault.
yes, and Sending isn't working on him.
I've noticed.
I don't mean to seem rude or anything, but I'm curious if we can maybe convene and talk about finding him.
Oh, well, truth be told, I am currently meeting with somebody at the moment. They say that they have, may have found him.
Who?
One of the lords of the city.
Be careful. Very careful. The problems between.
See, now is the time.
Yeah, I think that's the time to fucking tell him. The cult of the Watcher is thick in this city.
Right. I
Don't
forget Elias
trust.
told you about some of these.
Yes, he did. Don't trust any of the lords. They've been replaced already. We heard that the houses were vacant, and now there's pretenders in their place.
Right.
This is likely a trap. Just be ready to run. And if you need assistance, cast Sending to me.
I will keep that in mind.
Alright. Be careful.
Thank you, Lord Lapis. I will let you know. I'll try to let you know if I find him or not.
I would appreciate being there when we bury him.
Right. There's bit of silence there, and the connection's gonna sever.
Lynn's gonna let out a sigh and drum his fingers on the table. He's meeting with a lord right now about Lonet's location. I warned him that the cult's hold over the city is thicker than he anticipated. Hopefully, he'll be okay.
Okay.
And you didn't get anything. Right, because how could you have known?
What?
Oh, guys. That was rather grim. However, you hear a trumpet blaring out outside. We are calling all cooks to the competitions for the cook-off.
The cuck-off.
Yes.
Caw.
And I would like us to take a little bit of an intermission before
Okay.
doing this. So everybody go get a drink, go get snacks, go pee, whatever.
I have to go make sure the bodies
Sure,
in
what
my
is it?
basement aren't getting up.
I don't like twisted tea, but still, wait, what is it?
I'm just gonna buy. What's the bigger potion of healing? I can't remember what these are called.
Greater.
Superior.
Bigger.
Godly.
Large
Godly.
potion of healing.
Panera and Ivy, you guys are on a team, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, I'll just share Panrol's initiative because there's
I
no way
forgot
I'm
your
getting
name
better.
was Claude.
Okay. You guys would rather share initiatives?
Yeah, I'm just gonna share mine with Dante.
What is the
Alright. Well, Dante's
the
5,
number
so-
for that? The roll for that?
What do you mean?
The fucking 88. Okay.
Oh, the.
That's it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you. I didn't know you're. Sorry.
I'm trying to heal because I'm at half health. But I also don't want to waste resources right now.
I mean, all I need is just a short rest. I can heal you back up.
Alright, fine, just do that.
Alright. Wild shape, restore all missing
missing-
hit points.
Okay. Alrighty. And then, oh, right, I need to do mine.
Either you or Charles.
Well, let me look at Charles's thing. He might have a higher initiative than me.
I'm going to be listing off ingredients.
No, we've got the same one, okay.
If somebody wants to list them out so you guys know them. Like I said, there is 7 sections of them, and each of them have 5 ingredients. And pick and choose, you guys get 2 turns to pick out ingredients.
Okay.
Okay, let me organize you guys.
How many are in each one? 5?
Yes. So,
Okay.
to start off, for proteins, you have a phoenix feathered chicken. It restores itself if not cooked properly. Might cause a fiery explosion. Manticore steak. Rich and flavorful, but difficult to cut. So making it a little bit difficult to prepare. Kraken ink sausage. Adds a umami flavor, but leaves dark stains. Golden boar ribs. Highly prized, but guarded by an animated boar skeleton. So you do see a boar skeleton standing there.
Can I like Riz the boar skeleton and leave us alone?
I'm not done.
Okay.
Void tuna. A high fish that phases in and out of existence. Those are your proteins.
I'm not gonna remember that.
Are these the same proteins throughout the entire competition, or what?
Yes, those are the same proteins. Now
Do
there
they,
are
like,
vegetables and fruits.
replenish every round?
You get 2 turns to collect all ingredients you want. But you collect oh my god. Freaking my brain. 2 of each.
Okay.
2 of each
Hold
section.
on. Okay, the manticore meat is hard to cut. What was the benefit of manticore meat, Emma?
It's rich and flavorful, but difficult to cut.
But hard to cut. Okay. Kraken.
If you guys want, I can copy these and I will post them for you.
Yes, please.
Please.
Oh yeah, because
give me
I was
a second.
typing all of this.
I was
Alright, give me a
furiously
second.
typing.
Alright, give me a second. It's gonna take me a little bit longer to do this, but I can do it. Jump in monitors. Alright, we're gonna go to general. And here are your proteins. see. Here are
Where
the
did you just
vegetables
post
and fruit.
that?
It's in
General.
general.
Ah, okay.
Your herbs and spices.
Ignite nearby items if mishandled.
Oh my god, come on.
It causes dishes to endlessly replicate themselves.
And hazardous ingredients.
That says exotic, ma'am.
No, I am posting hazardous now.
Oh, I see. Okay, so nobody used the liquid shadow essence, just in case here.
The hazardous
I'll be
ingredients.
using the things.
The hazardous ingredients, you can only pick one from, but you will have to forfeit another ingredient.
What do you mean? Elaborate, please.
Okay, so you guys get to pick 2 ingredients from all the other options. But for hazardous ingredient, you get to pick one, but it forfeits one of the others. So if you were to pick 2 exotic ingredients and you'd only end up picking 1 exotic ingredient, you pick 1 hazardous.
Okay.
Are we doing this like we're making protein dishes and then the next round vegetable and then the next round herbs and then the next one? Or are we using all of them every round?
Wow.
Okay, what I'm assuming is the team take a turn and then we choose our 5. And then we go a second time and then choose another 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, there is going to be bits of turns. So give me just a second because where did I put it in my notes here?
Oh wait, we also have Farinetta, don't we?
I am leaving him out of this because he is a child,
That's
doesn't know
fair.
how to cook, and has food aggression.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
was
that is
like,
true. He
I
does
don't
have
know,
food
this seems
aggression.
fine, and then you said food aggression, and I was like, shit. I was like, he's the perfect mascot to help with presentation, and then you went food aggression, and I went, nope, forget it.
It's okay, next level he's gonna become a rebellious teenager.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
he becomes large.
Let me think.
Actually, wait,
Oh
no, he
my
becomes... fucking give me 1 second.
So,
He becomes
Chef
medium.
Ironclad is going to stand up. I want you to create a dish that is cold themed.
Cold themed.
And time starts now, starting with Panroll's team to collect all your dishes, all your ingredients.
Yes, chef.
All right, Rico. What are we grabbing?
Huh. Is everyone good with staying up for a long one? Because this is likely going to be, this is gonna take a while, and it's already like 11. It's 11:20.
Are you wanting to stop?
No, I'm not. I'm asking everyone else. I'm good to keep going.
I'm good for now.
Well, Rico and
I am.
Panroll, you guys get to go first and choose ingredients. It must be cold themed for you guys.
Cold themed.
Well, we're choosing ingredients for the whole competition, right?
Yes, but they have a theme. They have to be cold.
Right.
Alright.
Oh, so is everyone gonna get like a theme?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So everybody's getting a separate one. Okay.
Well, we're
Yeah,
going
that way
with
we're all not
frosted
fighting for the same
fruit.
ingredients.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do the boar.
Yeah, that's good for a cold theme. Boars are pretty iconic for that.
It's either that or tuna. But I'm not very good with Arcana checks.
I don't think either of you are good with their concepts.
No.
I have
I-
high
mm.
intelligence, but no modifier.
Wait, you do technically have a modifier if you have a high intelligence.
Decent intelligence. Let me double check my
fine.
Arcana. I have a 5
I
to
don't
my
have
Arcana check.
proficiency.
I'm proficient.
No one has
Uh,
good Arcana.
I have a
We're all kind of ass
6.
at it.
Right now, we are just food gathering before we start cooking. So,
Wait,
What is my
Nolan, you're
Arcana?
also Acid Arcana?
My
Alright,
Arcana's
and-
8.
Panroll, Ivy, what are you doing? 1 protein or 2 proteins?
Let's. Maybe we can skip a protein.
Yeah, we can skip a protein. I say we do
You could for one
golden
of the
boar
chaotic
ribs.
ones.
Yeah, let's do the boar.
With the frosted bell fruit.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
So, who's fighting the boar? Because one of us needs to fight it while the other one grabs the frosted bell fruit.
What's your dex?
My dex is 12.
I have a 16 dex.
Alright, so. I have a few damaging spells in my repertoire, so I could probably do it. I'm still technically wild shaped for the next 2 hours, so.
Yeah, you can heal stall.
Actually, I'm wild shaped for the next 4 hours.
And like every 6 seconds, don't you just get the heal stall again?
12, but yes.
That's so fucking funny.
So I guess the 2 ingredients we're going to grab this round are going to be bell fruit and golden boar.
Sounds good to me.
Emma?
I will do the
Okay,
combat
I'm sorry.
encounter.
Rename them. I'm writing them out. So the boar and what?
Bell fruit.
Bell fruit. Do we get 2 ingredients per round?
Yes, 2 ingredients per round.
Oh, okay.
So he's going for
Yeah.
boar ribs. I'm going for bell fruit.
Okay. All right. So combat with a boar. Let me go get a fucking boar.
Boars are weak
Alright.
as fuck, you'll one-shot it.
Isn't it like you said a CR5 for a animated boar skeleton?
Oh, I know
Mhm.
nothing about boar skeletons.
Oh my god, give me a boar. Well,
CR
giant boar.
5! Jesus, though, like, what the fuck? For an animated
That's
boar
what I'm
skeleton?
reading too.
CR5?
Let me look at wereboar real quick. Wereboar is the closest thing I'm gonna get stats.
Alright.
Just for reference, CR5 constitutes barbed devils, gorgons,
Yeah, it's
night
weird.
hags.
Alright.
This is
Who
a
is fighting
jacked boar
boar?
skeleton. It would be me.
Alright.
Rico.
Roll me an initiative real quick.
Okay, but I'm not gonna click my character token so it doesn't jack up your
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna delete it. 9. Alright, you get to go first.
Okay. Alright. Starting off strong with this one. So let's do a good old guiding bolt. And
That'll hit.
then ignore the +1. I need to toggle that off too. Why is it doing that? I have that toggled off.
Alright. The boar is going to make 2 attacks.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Good old Ash Arrow.
That will also hit.
Okay. Now they can go.
Libor is going to do 2 attacks. It is going to do one of which can be with its tusk. So I guess we're gonna do 2 tusk. Can't really maul. Wow.
Nope and nope. The number to meet
Alright.
is 19.
Alright, so that is a turn. We're going to
Okay.
jump to Cosmina and Charles. You
Doesn't
guys,
Panarel have to do his dex thing for the frosted?
Yes, he
Oh.
does.
Oh, yes, he does. Sorry. I apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself today. Wow, you guys are doing the bow fruit.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Doesn't matter.
Alright.
He gets 7 of them.
God, what did I put it under?
That's the second crit this man has gotten in a row. I want him to crit the entire competition because it'd be funny.
Vegetables, got it. Frosted. Okay. Alright. You do not have frostbite. So, Cosmina and Charles, your theme will be exotic wild.
Exotic
I was-
butters.
I thought that's what she was gonna say, and I was about to lose my fucking mind.
Exotic wild.
Manticore fits with that pretty well, considering Sundown, doesn't it? And Charles is ripped.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to. You said it's exotic wilds, right?
Yep, that is your theme.
Exotic wilds. Okay. We want to take the time to get Yeah, I'm gonna let him get the manticore steak. What's the strength between us? Okay, yeah, no, he should get that. And I want to take the time to go get. Are we only getting. Wait. Are we just getting proteins this round?
whatever you want. You get 2 ingredients you get to pick out.
Okay. Okay, so he's gonna get the manticore steak. And then I just looked at one that I was gonna get. Oh. For a full minute, Emma, that's like rough. I have an idea in mind, but neither of us are good at wisdom. And I don't want to waste an entire fucking minute. Oh wait, shit. I'm being dumb. I'm gonna go get the dream time.
Alright. You're gonna get dream time?
Yep.
Alright, I need that roll.
I'm gonna start
Oh.
by using street smarts.
Okay.
So let me roll that damage real fast. 4d6. 1, 2,
Wait,
3,
why
4,
is
5,
Cosmina
6, 7,
rolling?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
What? Why is Cosmina rolling?
Because she's
Because I
what do you
did
mean?
damage
adding
to
an
myself.
ingredient.
That's if you
Says
eat
if
it. If
tasted
you eat it
raw.
raw. Yeah, if you eat it raw, yeah, you're fine.
Some of these descriptions then are kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says
Some of
fall
them
into a
are not
trance for 1
great.
minute. That's why I was saying.
A rare herb
No,
that
so if
induces
you
poison
eat
if
it.
tasted raw.
Yeah, if you eat it. Don't eat it, please.
Okay, then yeah.
Make
I'm
sure
just
you
gonna-
cook it right.
so does that mean these saves are for the people eating it? In
Not
some
necessarily.
cases?
Some of these will be cooked and may have something happen.
That's
Yeah,
so
some of them are for like
nondescript.
if
Like,
the
For
some of them
the-
say, for example, that if they're mishandled, then they'll deal damage if you don't succeed the save, basically.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
the frosted bell fruit. It said that I had to make a 15 dex save to avoid frostbite when collecting it.
Okay, so we've got what we want.
Yeah, you just need to make sure that he has a good strength when preparing it.
Okay,
So,
I will
Our-
not damage myself then.
yeah, you're good. Dante and Lewin, you
Hi.
guys must create a whimsical wonderland.
Oh, why us? Why did we get
Whimsical
this?
Wonderland.
Whimsical wonderland.
Ugh.
I didn't realize fucking Picasso was making the categories for dishes.
Yeah, me fucking neither.
Well, I mean, she had to make it a little harder because it's Dante, and more importantly, it's Jason, who has experience
True.
cooking.
I am definitely the most culinarily inclined of the group.
That
more
was
than
the other reason
likely.
why I was sitting here just like, fuck you, Baron, because you picked the person who.
I didn't know that. That wasn't
Serious.
even a thought that entered my head.
There are preferred ingredients that need to be procured to get the most out of it, but you know, that's what you guys want to do.
Okay. How many rounds of ingredient collecting do we get?
That is
Total?
Two.
important.
Two, you get
Okay.
total 4 ingredients.
Two for each dish? Dish?
2 for one dish. 2 for one dish. Or 4 for one dish. You need 4 for one dish.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's gonna be 3 dishes altogether. Each of you have your own
Okay.
thing. Yeah. You need to pick up 2. For now. And then you'll come back again after we loop back around. 'Cause
Okay.
I need like
So-
4.
First ingredient, we're 100% doing prism dust sugar.
What's that under?
Magical additives.
Okay.
We're doing a dessert, bitches.
All right. I
Whimsical
see where you're
Wonderland.
coming from. That's a good idea. Then what? Eternal cream?
Eternal. It's just
I'm
a funny
looking.
name.
Eternal cream.
Because if we're getting the Prism Dust Sugar, we should probably also get the Eternal Cream because they kind of go hand in hand.
If you can do that Arcana roll.
I probably can. It's what, DC 18? Yeah, I'll
Yes.
cast Enhanced Ability on myself and I'm fine.
Okay, we'll take the Eternal Cream then.
Can you roll?
Yeah, fuck, no. Don't give me fucking mana points. I'm trying to tell myself I'm using mana points. Okay. Advantage. Arcana. There's a fucking, like, 70% chance I pass. Cool.
Okay.
I could hear Jason was a little anxious for a moment.
I was too.
All right, we're looping back around to Panroll and to Ivy. Ivy, you are currently fighting the boar. Panroll, you are gathering ingredients. Who wants to go first?
Rico's throwing hands, man.
When I hear, like, X's throwing hands, I just think of, like, the Skyrim NPC heavy punch wind-up where, you know what I mean?
When the camera angle and then the...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Your judges stand up. Now, we notice that you have frost, but why not a little bit of fire to it? Might we suggest possibly adding an ever-burning pepper, a cinder spark cinnamon, or shadow flower to your dish?
Bro just like spicy shit. Kill him.
But choose what you want.
Hey Rico,
Getting
what should I
bold.
grab?
I don't know, sort it out.
Oh God, you've left Panroll at the wheel.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna go for the shadow flower.
19 and 24 will both hit. All
Is he
right,
still fighting? Do I grab 2 ingredients or just one?
you did it. You got the boar meat, and then what did you grab, Panroll? I'm sorry, I was getting math. You said the
I'm
flower?
gonna go for the shadow flower.
Rico's gonna, like, after defeating the boar, just walk up and thoroughly break its skeletal neck. Alright. What do we need from this again?
I'm grabbing shadow flower. Fuck.
It disappears into your hands. You have lost it. You need one more ingredient. What other one are you getting? You are down an ingredient.
Fuck. I'll go for the Cinderwork cinnamon.
Oh, C-I-N-N.
This is a 14 deck save. We're good.
All right, you get it. If nothing catches on fire when you grab it. So you guys are only to 3 ingredients, but you must make it work. All right, and you rolled a 16 dex. Need to make sure I write that down. Okay, Cosmina and Charles, the other judge stands up, and he possibly suggests to you, why not some dragon fruit core or a chimeric egg? Maybe some ashen honey or plainer lotus petals?
Hell no, I'm not getting plainer lotus petals. Are you kidding me? Both of us will fucking die. We're dumb as shit. We're not wizards here.
None of us are. The only person who's a chance of passing that is me, and it is not likely.
Well, you
Okay,
can roll a
let's see.
24.
Barely.
Let's see. He recommended
Dragon fruit core, chimera
ash and
egg,
honey.
and Ashenetia.
Okay, let's see. Our dex is not high. So we get a total of 4 ingredients.
Yeah, you need 2 more ingredients.
Okay.
There are extra points for getting these particularly curated. I do have a list of some of your things, so it's extra point.
I'll go get the dragon fruit core.
Is there any funny gimmick?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Um,
going to need right so you don't mishandle carrying it.
What's the save? 16?
16.
Okay. The lowest I can roll is an 11. Do I have... Baron, guidance is a cantrip, right?
Guidance is a cantrip, yeah.
What? Well, I don't
It's
have
a
it right now,
cleric
so-
cantrip.
Emma, I would like to... I mean, my con is high, though. How much is that damage?
It is a 2d10
Oh,
fire
2d10?
damage.
Ah, that's fine. I'm resistant.
Guidance doesn't work on saves anyway.
You will lose it if it does explode. You'll be down an ingredient.
I know. I'm sitting here and I have a 10 modifier to my con save, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's why it's just, if you don't recall my rolls in 100% orange juice today.
Oh, you guys were playing 100% OJ?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Baron and Emma bullied the or sorry, not Baron. Jason and Emma bullied the shit out of me.
I did.
Would Mage Hand keep it from exploding?
I'll let you roll with advantage.
All right, yeah. No, I'm fine to do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's a pass.
Nice.
All right, you get another ingredient.
Yep. And rather than taking the ash and honey, these are saves, right? Not. Okay, no. It says saves or not. Okay. I'm sending the boy to go get verdant vine grapes.
The boy.
All right.
Oh, but it's athletics, not to. Well, I mean, is it bad anyway? Okay. Would him using shocking grasp make it easier for him?
No.
Druidcraft would be a bad idea. And I assume Mage Hand also wouldn't help.
This is a
Emma.
strength to get out of the vines.
No, I know. That's why I was asking.
No.
Because shocking grasp paralyzes.
You don't want to preemptively shock your grapes, do you?
I mean, it could lend some interesting flavors.
Fucking grass doesn't paralyze.
No, I know. It keeps them from attacking.
Yeah, it doesn't let them opportunity.
Sorry, Prince was screaming at me just a moment ago. What else do you have? I don't want to use any magic that's not. Very great. He is absolutely fucking nothing. All right. Christ! If you're just gonna scream, sir, you can stay out there where you can scream all you'd like. Kindly fuck off. Sorry, had to shut the door. Okay, yeah, he's gonna get this. And as I roll this, if I fail, I'm going to make a horrendous joke. Well, okay, it's not horrendous, but it's not. Charles. It's a DC 16, right?
Yes. Strength or
Okay.
athletics.
Yeah, it's just athletics. It's the same. Oh, he's fine. Okay,
Yep.
great.
Right. All right. Athletics 16. Right. All right, and now we move over to wrong paper. Lewin and Dante.
Okay.
So, your chefs stand up. You guys have a musical wonderland. So, they offer, how about a star rise of illumination, moon root, or echoing water?
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, first ingredient will be the star anise of illumination. Now,
Yeah.
is the egg still in play?
What egg? The chimeric egg?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I would like to argue that because it was Dante's literal job to handle dragon eggs,
You know,
that I have an
that's a good
advantage in this.
point.
All right,
I'm
I'll
going
give you
to
an.
cast Bless on you to give you a D4. And I'll
Okay.
cast Bless on myself too, because I can hit multiple people. I'll just concentrate on that.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Oh my god!
Damn! Perfect
All right.
handling. 10 out of 10. Couldn't do it better.
I literally could not.
Okay. You guys have gathered all the ingredients. So now we start into the cooking phase. So I will need dexterity checks or sleight of hands for perfect knife cuts, precision plating, wisdom, survival, balancing the flavors of volatile ingredients, some intelligence arcana for incorporating magical ingredients safely, strength for crushing tough ingredients, and charisma for creating stunning dishes. And we are going to start with Panroll and oh goodness, my paper is flowing everywhere because of the Panroll and Ivy. So there is going to be timed. So what we will be doing is I'm going to give you 2 minutes to make your rolls and discuss how you want to lay this out. But if you start going over, there will be penalties to your time.
Can you repeat what we're rolling again?
You are rolling Dex, Wisdom, Int, Strength, and Charisma.
Okay.
I have wisdom and charisma proficiency.
Are we doing saves or are we just doing straight roll?
You can do Sleight of Hand, Survival, Arcana, Athletics, or Performance. And starting now.
I have
Alright.
a plus 10 to performance.
Okay, you do that. I'll do Arcana.
Just
What other things are we rolling? Sleight of hand? Pen, roll your best at sleight of hand.
Am I? I have a plus 3.
Yeah, plus 1 for me. And then the other one was survival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
don't help them,
should get a
guys.
You didn't say we couldn't.
Help them.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Is it everything?
That's all the rolls done. Now we have to describe what we're doing with these
Is
rules.
that all the rules done?
Performance, Arcana, Sleight of Hand, Survival, Strength, which would be Athletics.
You don't want me
Is
doing
what-
that.
And you don't want me doing it either.
Okay. And then wisdom. Do we want to do medicine?
Sure, go ahead.
Cool, thanks. Okay. So, what ingredients do we have? The
We
boar.
have the golden boar ribs. We have a frosted bell fruit, and we have cinderbark cinnamon.
That is not a lot to work with. Okay, alright. Big ol' slab of meat on the plate. With, I guess cinnamon sprinkled over it. And then the bluebell kind of lined around the outside. So it looks like a really fucked up flower.
This is atrocious. This hurts my soul.
Time is up. I'm writing down everything. Bell lined up like
Yeah.
a fucked up flower. Alright.
Hey.
Alright. I got that.
Sorry,
Alright.
sorry, give me just a quick sec. Dreamtime.
Okay.
I like that there are
Cosmina,
two
you said
ways.
At 52, get ready.
No, no,
You get
no.
I like that there are two ways we could have done this, and one of them is making the chefs have the worst terrible food they've ever had and they have to eat it, or good food. That was the two ways we could have done this.
Yeah, let me think. So, stay. Man, I've really shot myself in the foot picking a fucking.
Hey,
NPC
Cosmina, it's
didn't
time
I?
to roll.
Fuck you.
It's time to roll.
You have to plate. You have to plate.
Come on!
Played it, go!
Let's see. So Charles is doing athletics, and I closed his thing. Okay. That was an accident. Okay, athletics. Okay, great. Thanks, Charles. That doesn't help. I guess I'll let him do medicine because at least he's fucking proficient at it. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Charles. That's totally what I needed. Performance is he persuaded? Wow, we're fucking charisma casters. Neither of us are proficient in performance. Let's see, performance, athletics, Arcana. Which one of us is better? The boy. And he's proficient, motherfucker. My dumbass for not looking at it. Sleight of hand, which of us is better? It doesn't matter, I'll roll. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Is it?
So I don't know, is it?
Okay.
Oh wait, why did you do medicine? Oh,
For a
that's supposed to be
wisdom save.
survival. That's my bad. I did not want to close that. Okay, yeah, you don't need to do survival. That's
Okay,
not an
wanna describe
advantage.
Describe your dish.
Manticore steak. What is it? It's not rare. Medium rare. That was it. With I'm intentionally making the dream time just a very slight undercooked.
Okay, you ran out of time.
You have okay.
Dante and Lewin.
Alright, what am I
At
doing,
Okay.
boss?
55, you will start.
Here's exactly what we're doing. All we're doing is beating the egg, the sugar, and the
I'm not
cream into a
listening.
bowl. Okay.
Headsets off. I can't hear what you guys are doing until
Okay.
55.
Well, okay.
Let me know. Let me know.
We're just putting it in the bowl, mixing on heat for a little bit until the mixture's good, and then we're putting it in a freezer and churning it by hand for a while
Okay.
until it turns into ice cream, and then serving it.
That sounds rather easy to prepare.
Check the messages.
It is so simple, but it's going to be great.
All right. What are the roles I'm gonna have to do?
Well, thankfully, the only roll that had to be made with the egg was with handling it.
Mhm.
And I already passed that. Everything
Right,
else
it's
was
time.
mild.
It is time.
Remember, we still bless.
You're
Yep.
good.
Alright.
You're good, Warren. You can go.
What are you guys talking about?
So
Water.
for the egg,
Yeah,
for the
it's
egg,
okay,
the
keep
only
going.
roll that I had to make was like handling it initially, correct? Or do I have to do it again?
You need to make another roll for all your other checks that you must do for
Okay.
cooking.
Well, am I explaining to you what I'm doing?
You can start explaining it. You only have 2 minutes to give me the rolls and then to describe your plate.
Okay. So all I'm doing is cracking the egg, the sugar and the cream together in a bowl, stirring it over heat. And then once it's completely mixed, I am putting it in the freezer and churning it by hand until it becomes ice cream,
Okay.
which is going to take a lot of strength because holy fuck, churning by hand is hard.
So
Right.
what are the roles we need for that?
Strength for churning, and then
You need all those. I need all those rolls ultimately that they have given.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm under bless, right?
Yeah. You do the
Alright.
athletics.
I'll do. Am I rolling normally? Okay, athletics.
I'll do the sleight of hand, I guess. Oh, I'm ass at that. What's your dex?
3.
Okay, mine is better slightly.
It's running out of time. I need my rolls.
Sleight of hand, survival, arcana, which I have advantage on.
That is time.
Okay.
Was there any other roll that we had to make?
You guys are missing a roll.
Which one was that?
Was it the charisma?
Yeah, let
Yep.
me roll that real quick because that's
Nope, you are out.
We're out-
You
we're out
are
of time.
of-
You're out of time.
Oh, I have ass performance anyway, it wouldn't have mattered.
All right. So I'm going to take just a second to add up all of these real quick, and then we will move over to the judges of tasting. So, oh, I need my calculator. Oh boy. Come on, Inspire. Move up faster. Yes. Ooh, hello. Okay, and then we're here. Okay, and then we're going to add in the right ingredients that were picked out. Okay. Alright, I got the points tallied up. Okay, it is time to bring your dishes to the judges, starting with Ivy.
I think Ivy's dead.
Ivy?
Michael.
My freaking microphone refuses to unmute. Hello.
Hello. You bring your dish up to the judges. I would like for you to describe your dish one more time for me.
Uh, it's a round cut piece of meat, with the bluebell arranged in a circle, with the cinnamon garnish over top. Wouldn't be
Okay.
really garnish, but you know.
All you want to say about it?
I guess I did enchant it a little bit with my healing stuff since I did roll a really good medicine. And Panroll put on a pretty good show with his performance.
Okay. All right. They will sample your dish. You know, this cinnamon on meat stuff isn't quite what we want. I do like the hint of spiciness. I'll add +2 points to your score.
Oh, I am humbled.
The presentation is a bit mediocre. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to deduct some points.
Oh.
Well, I think maybe if you did a little bit more than a fucked up flower around your plate here, you know, I would have liked it more. So we're going to deduct some points.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll look over
Cosmina,
at Panroll and just kind of shrug. Well, at least the boar fight was fun.
What?
it is now you and Charles. How would you describe your thing, your plate again, besides a manticore steak, a medium rare, green thyme, undercooked?
I said, excuse you, slightly undercooked.
You're right, but would you like to describe it to me?
I mean, I would have loved to.
You don't want to. Arm? Arm?
Manticore steak is made medium rare, sliced. It's sliced against the grain, so it's more tender. Laid out on a bed of the Dreamtime with the dragon fruit as a glaze. Grapes don't get pureed well because they're just water. So the grapes will be arranged amidst the Dreamtime as if it were originally on like as if it were originally still amidst the vines.
Interesting. As I jot down these notes. And then they will proceed to taste it. I do like the dragon fruit, so I will be adding to this. I'm not a fan of medium well, or medium rare, but I think this is pretty good. The dream thyme makes it taste dreamy. Alright.
Wow.
Yeah.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Okay. Alright. Dante and Lewin.
Judges. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Judges, what I have for you is a decadent, hand-churned ice cream made by mixing eternal cream, trying to look at the ingredient names. Prism dust sugar and chimeric egg. Flavored elegantly with the star anise of illumination, creates a faint glow and a wonderful prismatic shimmer to the ice cream that is both whimsical and befitting of a wonderland. Please enjoy.
I'm going to look at the fairy judge. I'm going to use my soul. Let me roll the damage for that.
Okay. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm not looking for anything. I'm doing that for, if I can find it, let me ping it to GM. This. Specifically for the first part of that.
Hey,
The advantage
roll
on
me,
charisma.
roll me a charisma check as you must persuade. Say something. You can't just,
Yeah, I know. I believe that you will find this dish particularly enjoyable.
Ooh. So, they will each take their bites.
And yeah, there we go.
They're gonna eat their bites. The tiefling enjoys the chimera egg. The dwarf likes the presentation. It looks very clean. And the fairy is absolutely melting it on the sugar.
Let's go. Let's go.
Fucking Christ. Alright. So, with that, let us take a moment and work around our points here to see what we can do. So, is... Oh, fuck. This is out of 200 points. Pull all of these together. Pretty good. Then that's not what I wanted. Okay. All right. So, Penrel and Ivy, you have scored a 7. It's rather good. Although it could use a lot of work on your presentation skills, but it is workable. Although I feel like you are missing something. I cannot quite put my finger on it. Cosmina and Charles, your exotic wild is rather exotic. You did pretty well. However, you did score a 6.6. Dante and Lewin, we absolutely. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. My laptop locked out. Dante and Lewin, your ice cream was wonderful. We have scored this an 8.3. And so, Dante and Lewin, you are the winners of the cooking competition.
Hooray.
Luan's gonna give just kind of a head bow and go, "Thank you, judges."
Dante
Well-
will give a deep bow.
Give me just a second. I want to see what you guys would have scored if fucking Lewin didn't fucking cheat.
How did I cheat?
You guys would have gotten a 7 as well. It would have been tied. but actually
Right.
high. It would be higher because you guys actually got a point 705, while Panroll and Ivy got a 6.95. So I just rounded up to 7. It's easier.
So I
Yeah.
got the lowest fucking score.
Yeah. You got
Great.
a 6.6. You weren't that far from them though, like 6.6 to a 7. Like you guys all scored about roughly the same.
I don't know, man. I feel like my score should have been significantly lower.
I agree.
I don't feel like I put in.
Shit flower.
You fought for you fought a boar. Like that went
That's
into it.
true. Like that's kind of a sick
Yeah,
presentation.
fighting.
If they watched you kill a boar to get fucking boar ribs, like that's
Like
kinda sick.
Yeah, but that didn't go into the final dish
It's
presentation.
something to consider.
I took all your roles, put them all together, and then also worked with the presentation and stuff. I think it works just fine. Cosmina, don't be down. Like your score was actually really close to all theirs. You scored all the same. It's just Ivy, or not Ivy, Baron at the very end. All right, so
Oh, I'm not.
okay, I don't want you to be upset. You actually did really good. I'm sorry.
I didn't think my persuasion roll would even do that much. I was just trying to be cheeky.
All right, so that is where we're going to close off session.
Okay.
And you guys have a meeting at nighttime.
Yeah,
So
that's what we're doing next time.
So
Oh wait, what's the so we both get golden ladles. What's the recipe?
Oh, right. Give me just a second. You guys were whimsical, right?
Yeah, we were whimsical.
All right. Your legendary recipe is fire, frost, exotic, wilds. Where is my whimsical wonderland? Okay. So, you guys will be getting a Starry Night of Tart. It is made with glittering tart, made with verdant vine grapes, star anise illumination, and prism dust sugar, and it glows softly under moonlight.
Alright, what does it do? Does it have any magical benefits, or is it just fun?
It's just fun. It's just something for
Sweet.
fun.
Hell yeah, Loon's gonna be like making that like when he's feeling fancy.
It is a tart.
Fun.
Thoughts, questions, concerns, and criticism, please.
I liked the cooking competition, even though some of the stuff that was written was a little strange and confusing, but
Sure.
that's not necessarily your fault. Concerned about Mist.
Oh yeah.
Fucking heifer.
Oh, it's so tragic Loon was right about it.
But that's about it for Dante.
Anything else for anybody?
Loon's fucking devastated. But he is kind of glad to be potentially working with Nathaniel. That just feels kind of good to have an unexpected ally potentially like that. At least for a little bit. That's nice. Because they do have stuff in common, like specifically, you know, they don't want the world to end, and they're both close with Lonut. Like, so that's just kind of a very refreshing feeling. Like that sending was very, like, it was nice. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just like this guy who we have normally perceived as a problem is now just not. Um, and that's a good thing. And Mist saying like, oh, he's gonna lose his mind. I think it's more like he's going to be going after the cult more vehemently, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for us. Um, and so I mean, so long as we support him through this trying time, which Lewin will do because he likes Lonut, and Lonut is close with Nathaniel, so just kind of how things are gonna go. Granted, he doesn't stab us in the back, which I don't think he will.
Ivy, how are you feeling?
The voice of my head has been lying to me. Well, one of them at least.
Well, you have opportunity to talk with them. So, yeah.
I think it's about time I internally sat down with Kendrick.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I don't wanna, but you know.
You know who would have liked that fucking ice cream, I bet? Candy. A very funny NPC so far.
Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
at some point, I need to sit down with you and we need to have a very quick solo session.
Okay.
I'm not going to explain any further. I am just giving you a heads up of at some point I need to have it. I would like to have it this week, but considering holidays and everything, that is a tough order to do. So
I should be fine as long as it's not Christmas Eve or Christmas.
Yeah, I might not be able to till I get home. So
okay.
Yeah.
I hope you get your stuff figured out with your headset.
Yeah, I hope so too. Might just have to get a whole new headset if it doesn't hook up to my PC at home when I get home. I have no idea what happened would even connect to his PC. Anyway, Carm, thoughts, questions, concerns?
Momo accepts the lunch date.